Go ahead and get some warm-ups and stretching done. And if anybody has any questions when they pop on, they can always ask me. But I think we're ready to rock and roll, no matter what. Here we go. Let's go ahead and play a game while we're at it. Alexa, what are my skills? Let's see which one we decide.
Here are a few of your enabled skills. First is Guess the Celebrity. It's a fun quiz on famous celebrities. Alexa asks you 10 questions and you can try to guess the celebrity. At the end of the game, it will give you the score. Do you want to open it?
No. Alexa, pause. Let's go ahead and put in a quick note to everybody who joins us. Here we go. I'm telling him to ask any question you want on any topic. Then as they join, that's better. There we go. So everybody knows. Ask any questions you want. Hit me up. Let's make this as interactive as possible. What do you guys think, huh? Now, where was I? Oh, yeah. Alexa, what skills do I have?
Here are a few of your enabled skills. First is Guess the Celebrity. It's a fun quiz on famous celebrities. Alexa asks you 10 questions and you can try to guess the celebrity. At the end of the game, it will give you the score. Do you want to open it?
No.
The next one is Codename Cygnus, an airplay spy thriller story you play with your voice. Do you want to open it?
No.
Next is Lie Swatter. Lie Swatter TM, the hard to believe, voice activated, true or false trivia game from Jackbox Games. Do you want to open it?
No.
Okay. Do you want to hear more?
Yes.
All right. Here are a few more of your enabled skills. First is state capitals. Alexa will say a state and its capital. Do you want to open it?
No.
Okay. Next is super trivia. Super trivia with lots of random trivia facts. Do you want to open it?
No.
Next is Test My Trivia. Trivia challenge skill of over 500 questions, a variety of topics from science to entertainment. Do you want to open it?
Yes.
I will ask you 10 questions. Try to get as many right as you can. Just say the number of the answer. Let's begin. Question 1. What is the meaning of Betelgeuse, the name of the brightest star in the constellation Orion? 1. Blossom on a shield. 2. Armpit of the giant. 3. Eye of the archer. 4. The lion's mane.
1.
That answer is wrong. The correct answer is 2. Armpit of the giant.
Whoa.
Your score is 0.
Wow.
Question 2. What term describes the passing of genetic traits from one generation to the next? 1. Heresy. 2. Homogeneity. 3. Hemoglobin. 4. Heredity.
4.
That answer is correct. Your score is 1. Question 3. What is the baseball term for a batter who substitutes for another batter? 1. Switch hitter. 2. Clip hitter. 3. Shadow hitter. 4. Pinch hitter.
4.
That answer is correct. Your score is 2. Question 4. Which of these is referred to as a pigskin? 1. Basketball. 2. Hockey puck. 3. Football. 4. Catcher's mitt.
3.
That answer is correct. Your score is 3. Question 5. What does the Latin phrase e pluribus unum mean? 1. In God we trust. 2. From many. 1. 3. For the greater good. 4. What a crazy life.
2.
That answer is correct. Your score is 4. Question 6. What term describes a word created by rearranging the letters of another word? 1. Anagram. 2. Antonym. 3. Onomatopoeia. 4. Malapropism.
1.
That answer is correct. Your score is 5. Question 7. Who are the Chicago 7? 1. War protesters. 2. Mobsters. 3. Bluegrass musicians. 4. Bank robbers.
1.
That answer is correct. Your score is 6. Question 8. Which company holds an annual self-named bake-off? 1. Pillsbury. 2. Duncan Hines. 3. Betty Crocker. 4. Keebler.
What is 1?
That answer is correct. Your score is 7. Question 9. Which of these would you most commonly find in a scones? 1. Candle. 2. Books. 3. Food. 4. Birds.
1.
That answer is correct. Your score is 8. Question 10. What city's residents are known as Knickerbockers? 1. New York City. 2. London. 3. Boston. 4. Philadelphia.
What is 4?
That answer is wrong.
Oh,
The correct answer is 1. New York City. You got 8 out of 10 questions correct. Thank you for playing.
that was it? Alexa, play trivia.
I have lots of trivia skills. Would you like to give screen test, movie quote quiz a try?
Yes.
Welcome to the Cinema Playground screen test. I will play 5 movie quotes. Just say the answer. If you need to hear the quote again, just say repeat. Good luck. Quote 1.
What is Titanic? Titanic.
Leonardo DiCaprio from Titanic. Written and directed by James Cameron. Correct. Quote 2.
Bueller.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Bueller.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off, starring Matthew Broderick in the title role. Correct. Quote 3.
Hello, gorgeous.
Repeat.
Quote 3.
Hello, gorgeous.
Who is Barbara Streisand?
The correct answer is Funny Girl. Quote 4.
Wax on.
Yeah.
Wax off.
Repeat that. Repeat.
Quote 4.
Wax on. Wax off.
Who is Ralph Macchio in the Karate Kid?
The correct answer is The Karate Kid. Quote 5.
I am so sorry for everything that has happened. Because in spite of what Mike says now, it is my fault. Because it was my project.
What is Blair Witch Project? What is the Blair Witch Project?
What is the Blair Witch Project? No. The correct answer is The Blair Witch Project.
That's what I said.
You've got 2 out of 5 movies correct.
Alexa,
Would you like to play
Lice Water?
Lice Water? No. The correct answer is The Blair Witch Project.
Alexa,
You've got 2 out of...
Stop.
Thanks for playing the Cinema Playground screen test.
Alexa, play Lice Water.
Hi, welcome to Lie Swatter, the true or false trivia game from Jackbox Games. I'm going to share 7 impossible-seeming statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's begin. Dartmouth College's unofficial mascot is a keg of beer named Keggy the Keg.
Lie.
You say lie. But you were wrong. It's true.
Figures.
Yale's Skull and Bones Society was sued for stealing the skeletal remains of Geronimo.
True.
You say truth. Yes, it's true. MC Hammer was the keynote speaker at a Harvard business seminar in 2009.
True.
You answered truth. You were right. It's true. 3 of Columbia University's fraternities have been classified as gangs by the FBI.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. Yep, that's a lie. Carrot Top was the editor of Cornell's school newspaper in 1983.
Lie.
You answered lie. You were right. That's a lie. Brown University offers a degree in fanciness.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. Yep, that's a lie. Princeton University has an official tea time every day at 3 p.m.
Lie.
You answered lie. Yep, that's a lie.
Tea time's at 4.
Let's hear your final score. You scored 6 points. Only 1 wrong. Would you like to play again?
Yes.
Hi, welcome to Lie Swatter, the true or false trivia game from Jackbox Games. I'm going to share 7 bizarre statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's begin. Traffic cones are made orange to keep animals from stealing them.
Lie.
You
Some
seem to
things
think
are
this one's a
just
lie.
Plain absurd.
You were right. That's a lie. Penguin blood is orange.
Lie.
You say lie. You were right. That's a lie. An airplane's black box is bright orange.
True.
You say truth. Yes, it's true.
So they can be spotted.
Carrots were originally purple, not orange.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. And you were wrong.
Whoa.
It was true.
Well, I'd rather eat a purple carrot than an orange.
Violent crimes are more likely to take place in rooms painted orange.
Eat that.
Violent crimes are more likely to take place in rooms painted orange.
Lie.
You say lie. You were right. That's a lie.
Some things. Come on.
There is actually a word in the English language that rhymes with orange.
Lie.
You answered lie. But you were wrong. It's true.
Who knew?
There is a Crayola crayon named Cheeto Finger Orange.
Lie.
You answered lie. Yep, that's a lie.
Silliness.
All right, final score time. You scored 5 points. Pretty good. Would you like to play again?
Sure.
Greetings. Welcome to Lie Swatter, the voice-activated true or false trivia game. I'm going to share 7 bizarre statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's get started. Babe Ruth drank a pint of beer between each inning during the 1927 season.
True.
You seem to think this one's true. And you were wrong. That one's a lie.
We'll eat a lot of hot dogs.
In early cartoons, Bugs Bunny drank beer instead of eating carrots.
Lie.
You answered lie. Yep, that's a lie. Henry Ford insisted his assembly line workers be provided beer during their shifts.
Lie.
You answered lie. Yep, that's a lie. Beer wasn't considered an alcoholic drink in Russia until 2011.
Lie.
You answered lie. And you were wrong.
Wow.
It was true.
Really? Well, I guess compared
The
to
U.S.
vodka.
government recommended giving babies beer in order to ration milk during World War I.
Lie.
You say lie. You were right. That's a lie. A tidal wave of beer killed 9 people in London in 1814.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie.
Stretching, you
But
guys.
you were wrong. It's true.
Whoa.
The creator of Gatorade also made Hoppin' Gator, a beer mixed with Gatorade.
Lie.
You answered lie. But you were wrong. It's true.
Whoa. Beer and
All
Gatorade.
right,
How
final
nasty.
score time. You scored 3 points. Not the best, frankly. Would you like
Morning,
to play
Chuck.
again?
What's going on? LeChuck strikes back. Strike back, buddy. Morning, Kinsey. Morning, Cowboy Up. How you guys doing today?
Well, hello there.
Happy
It's
Monday.
time to play
We're
Lie
playing
Swatter,
Lie Swatter
the
while I kinda
crazy
stretch
true or
before
false
I get
trivia
some wins
game.
done. Any
I'm going to
questions you
share
guys have,
7
hit me up,
impossible
seriously.
seeming statements. After each, say
Doesn't have
truth
to be
or
on personal
lie.
training.
Let's begin.
Anything.
A giraffe is the symbol of the American Libertarian Party.
True.
You say truth. And you were wrong. That
I'm
one's
a
a lie.
Democrat. How do I know?
The Toys R Us giraffe died during the filming of The Zookeeper.
True. Sad.
You say truth. You were right. It's true.
Oh, yeah. If you're sitting down, get up.
George Lopez owns a giraffe named Lopez Tonight.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. You were right. That's a lie.
George is strange, but not that strange.
Giraffe tongues are barbed to collect leaves.
Lie.
You answered lie. Yep, that's a lie. I've just been informed every giraffe has the exact same number of spots.
Lie. Come on.
I'm having some trouble understanding you. Answer truth or lie. I've just been informed every giraffe has the exact same number of spots.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's
Any
a lie.
questions, you guys? Hit me.
Yep, that's a lie.
Any topic. Seriously. Any topic.
Giraffes have the same number of vertebrae in their necks as humans.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. And you were wrong. It was true.
Wow. They must be pretty dangerous.
Giraffes can lick their own genitals.
Lie. Well, that'd be interesting.
You seem to think
see.
this one's a lie. You were right. That's a lie.
Stretch with me,
Brace
you guys.
yourself for your final score. You scored 5 points. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Out of 7.
Would you like to play again?
Sure. All my fans will play
Hello.
along, right,
It's
you
time
guys?
to play Lie Swatter.
Lie Swatter.
The unbelievable true or
I gotta
false
do
trivia
say
game.
True or lie.
I'm going to share 7 bizarre statements.
If you can think
After
of any
each,
questions
say
to hit me
truth
up
or
with,
lie.
Seriously. I get paid
Let's
hourly
begin.
for this stuff.
Mark Wahlberg has a third nipple.
Lie.
You say lie. But you were wrong. It's true.
No way. See
Mark
what you learn
Wahlberg started
on
a
here?
charity that exclusively assists outer city children.
Repeat that.
Mark Wahlberg started a charity that exclusively assists outer city children.
True.
You say truth. But you were wrong.
Stop.
It's a lie.
I like that one better than the third nipple.
Mark Wahlberg graduated from Clown College.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. You were right. That's a lie.
Stretch, you guys. If you're sitting down,
Mark
get up.
Wahlberg was dropped from the Matrix after breaking his leg while breakdancing.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. You were right. That's a lie. Mark Wahlberg wrote an episode of Yo Gabba Gabba.
Lie.
You answered lie. You were right. That's a lie.
Didn't think he would do anything along those lines.
Mark Wahlberg dedicated his memoir, Marky Mark, to his penis.
Lie.
Mark Wahlberg dedicated his memoir, Marky Mark, to his penis.
Lie. That can't be right.
You seem to think this one's a lie.
What? That can't be right.
And you were wrong.
Oh,
it
no!
was true.
Man!
There are 4 statues in Boston dedicated to Mark Wahlberg.
Lie. Let's hope.
You answered lie. You were right. That's a lie. Okay, time to hear how you did. You scored 4 points. Completely respectable showing. Would you like to play again?
Not right now.
Hello, it's time to play Lie Swatter.
Alexa, stop.
Until next time, goodbye.
Because you played Lie Swatter, I recommend another popular knowledge and trivia skill called Best Picture Oscars the last 30 years. Would you like to try it?
Alexa, don't be pushy.
Because you played Lie Swatter,
Alexa,
I recommend
stop. When your artificial intelligence starts taking over and getting pushy, that you really need to take control. I wanted to stop the Lie Swatter game for a minute and say good morning to you guys. Happy Monday, July 15th. I hope you're all standing up and not sitting down. I've decided I'm going to go ahead and probably focus on one chapter at each meeting, I guess you could say, of what we have here. Remember, I used to be 250 pounds, that I was obese, literally, and a 31-year smoker. And I got hit with type 2 diabetes, so I had to make some changes. You can see a few changes I've made. I am a ACE certified personal trainer and an ACE certified health coach. And I like this forum because it gives me the opportunity to answer pretty much any questions you guys might have on anything, literally. But my specialties are quitting smoking, losing weight, getting into shape, and that's at any age. I don't care if you're 20, 40, 60, 80 years old. I can help you improve your health. I don't care if you are 80. I don't care if you're 100. I can still help you put on some muscle, even a little bit. And the younger you are, the better your results, obviously. Remember, we have a big issue in America right now. We literally have an epidemic. It's a global crisis. But America, as always, is leading the way in this one. Unfortunately, this isn't one that we should be leading in, and that's the obesity epidemic. And I know I got caught up in it. When I was 45 years old, I was 252 pounds in my 31st year of smoking cigarettes, and my doctor, hit me up with type 2 diabetes after some pretty, outrageous symptoms that I was having the months prior to that. So I know because I got caught up in it myself, and it's real easy to gain weight and to get heavy and not even think about it. It happens, and it's a simple numbers game. If anybody has any questions, hit me up now. Hello. Hey, Hank, how's it going? Taylor's. Hey, Cowboy Up, hit me with a question. Come on, you guys challenge me today. Don't make it easy on me. What do you think, Hank? I say, is it Hank or is it Hengay? I couldn't quite tell. But yeah, hit me up with any questions you have. You have any issues you're dealing with right now? I don't care if the doctor says, hey, you need to lose weight. You're right on the pre-diabetes list. You just generally made a New Year's resolution you're not sure you can even keep, but you want to keep or you need to keep. Living longer and being healthy does take some effort. Take it from me. I wished I'd have started this long before my mid-40s. And I'm 58 now and living proof that 58 can be the new 38 if you do it right. And I had to go back and unscrew 31 years worth of cigarette smoking and just not generally taking good care of my health. Fortunately, I was able to fall back on Marine Corps training from my youth. I went through boot camp in San Diego, so I was able to, literally kick my own butt and get things going. Now I help other people lose weight, quit smoking, get in shape, work with chronic pain. I am a low back pain sufferer myself, have been for a long time. If you saw the x-rays and MRIs and bone scans of what's going on with my back, you'd be wondering how I'm even standing here some days. Me too. But living with lower back pain is something 100 million Americans live. with. That's 330 million of us, right? 100 million suffer some form of back pain. That means that 1 out of 3 of you watching me right now could be sitting there suffering the same kind of darn pain that I suffer, back pain. It could be caused by bad discs. It could be caused by pinched nerves, like mine. It could be osteoarthritis. I also have a lovely little thing called scoliosis, where my spine bends in a C curve, but it can go in an S curve also. And if you do like I did, and I sat on the job for nearly 3 decades, that is going to put a lot of strain on your lower back, your hips. When you're sitting, which is what you're doing, if you're watching me right now and you're not standing up like I am, you're sitting there, you're watching this, you're sitting on a tripod. Literally. Your coccyx, your tailbone, right, curves under when you sit down, all right? Unfortunately, mine doesn't. It goes straight down, so that's an issue. Then you have ischial tuberosities, as the name, otherwise known as your butt bones on either side. But the ischial tuberosity, the butt bone, you have 2, one on either side. So when you sit, you're literally sitting on a tripod between your coccyx, your tailbone, and your 2 butt bones. So the human body was not built for that. The human body, the human spine, which is 500 million years old, the evolution of the human spine, was not meant for sitting, especially not for long periods of time. That can cause one of the 3 main issues that spines suffer. Lordosis, that's the sway back in a horse that pushes your spine forward. That happens as you're sitting for long periods of time. Also does a little bit of damage to your hips. We're not talking about what it does as far as loosening up your core and all the muscles that you need to stay upright, be balanced and healthy. So if you're sitting on a tripod. And if you're sitting on that tripod for any length of time and you're being sedentary, then you're probably also putting on pounds, gaining weight. Gaining weight, losing weight is a simple formula. Every 3,500 calories that you eat or drink or whatever goes in your body turns into a pound of fat if you don't burn it off. Got it? Let me say that again. Every 3,500 calories that you consume, no matter what it is, I don't care if it's health food. Even if you're eating healthy food, every 3,500 calories that you eat, but you don't burn off with some sort of expenditure in calories, even if it's just your daily autonomic functions, heart rate, breathing, etc. And that's an easy formula to figure out as well. Seriously. In fact, I'll give you an example. You guys have any questions on this? Seriously, I get paid $35 an hour for personal training and health coaching. I Skype with my clients all the time. For me, I like this interactive because you can ask me questions and it gives me the opportunity to give back. I help people quit smoking for free. I have done for the last couple of years. It's been awesome. It really feels good because nobody can get their health in order if they're a cigarette smoker. You just can't do it. There's no way you can start being healthy if you're constantly being unhealthy. And believe me, after a 31-year cigarette smoker, about a pack a day, mostly Camel filters, I know. I quit July 15th, 2005. Have not had one since. But that was smoking from age 15 to age 46. So 31 years. I did not do myself any favors, believe me. So if you're one of the people who still smokes and you're ready to quit, I will help you for free. You can email me at pushingdoublenickels@yahoo.com. Same as the Pushing Double Nickels, same as on the book, pushingdoublenickels@yahoo.com. Or you can go to my website, Personal Training with Brad, personaltrainingwithbrad.com. Just send me a message. Anybody who's ready to get that monkey off their back with tobacco, free. Seriously. Now, if you're ready to lose weight, you're ready to even gain weight, if you're working on a specific event, if you're getting ready to do high altitude climbing, if you're getting ready to do kayaking, it doesn't matter. If you have a specific exercise program that you need, I will put together a custom program for you. If you need to start here with, first I need to lose weight, then we'll talk about building muscle and getting in better shape after that, fine. If you are one of the 84 million Americans And that's a scary number. 84 million Americans have prediabetes. That means they're right on the line. They can go either way. The good news is they can get off that list. They don't have to be like me. I'm a type 2 diabetic. That's what prompted my changes 13 years ago, near enough. If I had not made those changes, if I was still this guy, and that was 205 pounds, I was 252 pounds. All right, I'll even show you the scary picture. They should have put it on the cover. I don't know why. You learn a lot publishing a book, especially, which publishers to work with and which ones not to work with. That was me in the pictures there. I was 252 pounds worth. So I didn't do myself any favors. Believe me. And when it comes to losing weight, this is not something that you're going to do overnight. I see these commercials on television right now, every year, the end of the year, and all in January. You see them all, the Nutrisystems, and the Weight Watchers, and the South Beach diets, and all of them are saying, lose weight fast. No, you didn't gain weight fast, so you're not going to lose weight fast. I mean, everybody wants immediate gratification. Yes, I understand that. But at the same time, if you need to lose weight, if you're one of the 2/3 of Americans who are either overweight, like I was there, or obese, which I was before that, my BMI was 38. And believe me, that's probably one of the first things we figure out with a new client is what's their BMI. And that should be something you're talking to your doctor about at your annual physical. In fact, when you're talking to your doctor, I'm going to want to know the exact same numbers that you're getting from your report, from your annual checkup. I'm going to want to know your BMI, your body mass index, and that's based on your height and your weight. It's a simple thing to look up. Look up body mass index scale or go over to the cdc.gov. Just look up body mass index and you can find out your own BMI. Anything over 30 is overweight. Anything over 35 is obese. My BMI used to be 38. It's now 22. Mind you, I wished I had not waited until I had the health threat to make the changes. Because at 45 years old, I was fat and happy. Literally, fat and happy. I had no symptoms. So at 252 pounds and still smoking cigarettes, I thought everything was hunky-dory. Hit me up. Check, see if you guys have any questions. Hey, Mandy. Hey, Andy. MK, what's going on, guys? If you have any questions about any of this, let me know. Otherwise, basically just consider this free health coach training, free personal trainer training, and anything that you might want to ask about regarding smoking, losing weight, getting healthy, taking control of your diabetes, managing chronic pain. How about being optimistic for a change? That's a nice little thing. Optimism has its own rewards. Being an optimist has its advantages. In the long run, being an optimist will help you live longer. Think about that. If you're sitting down, stand up. Hey, I have a company. Company has joined me. Well, come here. Well, come here. What? I have a couple of dogs. Some of you already know. This one is Zoe, my Chiweenie. Come here, sweetie. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come here. Spoiled little girl. This is Daddy's little girl. She's 12. I got her in 2007. I rescued her at the pound out here in Orange County, California. She is a special needs dog because she has emotional issues, like many of us do. But Zoe specifically has issues with separation anxiety, and she suffers panic attacks from fireworks, anything percussive, anything along those lines. Oh, sweetie. I challenge you guys. I'm writing a dog book. That's my next book coming out this year. But I challenge you guys. All my 50 plus years living with dogs and cats and pretty much all domestic animals. I worked on a farm for a while as well. But there's one emotion that I find that they don't share with us. I mean, they share literally all of the emotions we do, except for one. Can anybody guess what emotion dogs don't have that humans display and I see on a regular basis? I'm serious. I'd like to know if you guys can guess. I'll say it in a few minutes, but I'd like to know if you guys can guess. You on bed? What do you want? What do you want? Well, tell me what you want. You came in for something. She joined me in the shower yesterday, you guys. This is a dog who loves baths. And she wasn't going to leave me alone until I literally let her in. Fortunately, I half expected it, so I put some baby shampoo in there and got her scrubbed at the same time. Oh, I know. Here's another tough little lie. This is a chug. He's half Chihuahua, half pug. This is Zachary. Zachary is somewhere between 13 and 15 years old now. And we're not entirely sure because, like I say, all mine are rescues. This little guy was abandoned in an apartment complex up in Whittier. That's in Los Angeles for those of you who aren't out this way. And for some reason, the people that moved out of the apartment left him there. So he wasn't discovered until after the landlords went in. And by that time, this thing was half starved to death. And he took off out the door like a shot. Nobody could catch him. So for several days, he wandered around this apartment complex in Whittier, kind of staying up in this stairwell area on a dirty shirt someone put down. I finally had to go trap him with a McDonald's Happy Meal. Poor thing. We really don't take as good a care of our domestic animals as we should. Do you guys realize in 2017 alone, we euthanized over 10 million dogs and cats in American shelters? I mean, that's insane. Absolutely insane. Anyhow, writing a dog book, obviously, I know the numbers and the scary things like this, but until all the shelters are closed and all the animals that can be adopted have been adopted, I'd like to see a moratorium on the puppy mills and the breeders and, quit making more dogs, until we take care of the ones we have. Get off my soapbox on that one. Anyhow, you guys hit me up with questions. Otherwise I'm gonna go back to just doing my stretching. I've got some weights I got to get accomplished today before I go to do 4 miles. So I'm gonna hang with you guys here for another hour and a half at least while I get my weights done and do my stretching. So if I can answer any questions for you, hey, feel free. For those of you who have already read my book, Pushing Double Nickels, it's on Amazon. You can get it hardback, softcover. In fact, if you want the digital book, I give that away for free. My job with this book was to try and help people. Seriously. I mean, if this guy, I'm an old IT guy. 25 years I was in information technology training. I worked on computers all day long. I sat there working on computers. I loved it. Hit me up, you guys. Want some questions? Hey, Sierra. Hey, John. What's going on, you guys? Hey, David. Ooh, crepes. I love crepes. Oh. That's the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. This is one. A client of mine came to me, before he was a client, he was a friend. He came to me and he said, my doctor told me that I'm now pre-diabetic. And that doesn't surprise me because, like I said, out of 330 million Americans, right now, 84 million are pre-diabetic. I'm quite sure that some of you may be on that list. If you are, I hope you get off. But my friend, doctor told him, you're pre-diabetic, you need to lose weight. And they figured out, he needed to take off 30 pounds, right? Because he was literally 300 pounds and they wanted to start him at 10%, which is what I always recommend anyway. Take off 10%, that's immediately going to help. If you're, overweight right now, or even where I was, obese, you can make changes at any age. It doesn't matter. One gentleman the other day I was talking to on here told me his dad's 55 and he's heavy and he still smokes and, and he thinks it's too late because he's too old. No, wrong, dead wrong. The human body is malleable. It's like clay. You can shape it any way you want. Same with the human brain, the human psyche. We all face issues. Great. You deal with those issues, and when those issues are done, you let them go. You move on. You can decide on a daily basis if you're going to have a good day, if you're going to have a bad day. You're going to have a happy day, you're going to have a sad day. Every day when you wake up, just like me, You have issues. Job, wife, kids, family, career, friends, relationships, physical pain. We all have things that we deal with on a daily basis. So when we wake up, they're there and they're not going to go away. But you have the choice. We all have the choice at that moment. When we wake up and our eyes pop open, are we going to have a good day or are we going to have a bad day? Are we going to have let our challenges get in our way? Are we literally going to let ourselves stop us from doing what we want to do or doing what we need to do? Because remember also, there's absolutely no way that you can expect your friends or your family or anyone around you to be healthy unless you also set the example yourself. Okay? Questions? Come on, you guys. It's all called to ask questions, so go ahead, hit me up. Hey, what's going on there, Billy? Glad you could make it. If you have any questions, you guys hit me up. Seriously, it's what I'm here for. I think that was the category I put in today, as always. Ask questions. I have a lot of questions I can answer. I tell you what, while I'm waiting for somebody to come up with any kind of question, let's play Lie Swatter. It's a fun game. You guys can play along. I'm going to go back to doing some stretching. And if I see somebody pop up here with a question, I will pause Lie Swatter and answer it. Or chat with you, whichever you prefer. And remember, if you're sitting down, get up. Doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter how old you are, being mobile, stretching, being able to reach where you need to reach, bend where you need to bend, the activities of daily living, as we call it, that's something everybody has to be able to do. And if you're sitting all the time, it's bad for you. Bad, bad, bad. Promise. If you sit on the job for a living, get up every 30 minutes and stretch. Get out at lunch and walk around. Take your morning, afternoon break and get up and move. Don't sit all day long like I did and wind up doing the damage that I did. Take it from someone who knows. Sitting for any length of time over a long period of time is going to do damage to your lower spine. There's just no way around it. And if you put on weight to go with it, like I did, and you turn out like I was, just fat and happy, it's not going to do you any good either. And like I say, 1 out of 4 Americans right now, 1 out of 4 of us is pre-diabetic. So that is nothing to mess around with. Diabetic neuropathy, when you start getting that numbness and tingling in your toes, fingers, like my doctor said, if you don't make the changes and get control of this, you can start picking out fingers and toes that you don't like because they're going to cut them off. And eventually your eyesight will go and you'll lose your life. So type 2 diabetes is nothing to mess around with you. If you're on the pre-diabetic list, like I say, 10%. If you can take off at least 10%, then that's going to probably pull you off that list, depending on your BMI. 10%. If you can take off 10%, and that's a simple formula. Here, let me give you guys an example, okay, so you understand exactly what I'm talking about. I was 250 pounds, okay, at my heaviest, 252 at my heaviest. For me to take off 10%, and I can remember when I had gotten down to 225, I can remember the difference in my energy levels, it made a big difference just taking off that first 25 pounds. And that was still 20 pounds heavier than this picture, which was 205 pounds. So at 225 pounds, down from 252 pounds at my heaviest, I felt a lot more energy. I wasn't so sluggish. And having also just been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, because by then I was full-blown type 2 diabetic, and did not know. So I missed the pre-diabetes entirely, which wish to God somebody had told me, or I had some idea. Because sometimes you don't get these symptoms until you're actually full-blown type 2 diabetic. But I can assure you, if you're overweight, or even where I was, obese, you are probably one of those folks who's on that pre-diabetics list. Pretty darn simple to figure out, all right? Being overweight or obese and sedentary, that's a perfect formula for getting type 2 diabetes. And it doesn't matter how old you are. And adult onset diabetes is happening more and more often. It used to be something that would hit between 40, 45, 50. Now it's happening a lot earlier. We also have a lot more people dying younger. You know what's crazy, you guys? For the second year in a row, lifespans have decreased. Let me say that again. It's 2018. Modern medicine is literally a miracle. Genetic engineering is amazing. What's been coming down the pike with all the cancer research, everything that we're doing right now is extending lifespans. I mean, literally, in medicine. But because the society has an obesity epidemic right now, and this has been happening and building for 50 years. I've been researching this, especially when I was doing my training as a health coach. 50 years now. And you know why? It's pretty darn easy to figure out. Fast foods and packages. Fast foods and packaged foods. Fast foods and packaged foods. I'll say it again and again and again. Now, of course, when you're going in on a diet, everybody has the exact same thing. Oh, I don't want to start eating cardboard. I don't want to start eating, plastic discs and whatever. They don't want to give up, especially things like comfort food. Believe me, I understand comfort food. Questions, you guys? I'm waiting if anybody has any or comments. If you guys are facing any challenges with weight, diabetes, pain, if you're still a cigarette smoker, if you know somebody who's a smoker and needs to quit, remember, I'm helping people quit smoking for free. My community give back. The least that I can do, I think, to help somebody get on the path towards better health is to help them quit smoking, because you can't. There's no way. Now, I'm not talking about imbibe. I'm not talking about the good stuff. I'm not talking about marijuana. I use medical marijuana. I've had my card forever. It allows me to take less pain medication, and I fully support that. In fact, I'd love to start a 420 club on here. If anybody would like to join a 420 club on here, give me a shout out, because I'd like to do a 420 club on here. If there's one thing that I have experience with, it's marijuana. 44 years worth. I may have quit cigarettes after 31 years, but fortunately for me, I knew enough to stick with what works with. Anyhow, so if anybody else would like to join a 420 club, I'm considering starting one on here, because there's a lot of people out there right now that are taking opioids, that are taking pain medications, that I think could benefit from more marijuana utilization. And I'm not talking necessarily smoking. It could be vapes, it could be edibles. I mean, there's every possible use right now. And in California, it's now as legal as, tobacco and alcohol, both of which are 10 times more poisonous for your body. Take it from a guy who used to get bronchitis every single year for nearly 31 years from smoking cigarettes. Okay. I mean, every year I would get bronchitis, because, and once I got rid of the cigarettes, July 15, 2005 was my last cigarette. Once I got rid of the cigarettes, I haven't had a case of bronchitis since. Now, like I say, I didn't stop, puffing, and I will probably never stop puffing. But I do not get the bronchial issues. I don't get the upper chest infections, the upper respiratory infections that I did from cigarettes. Cigarette smoking was just probably the worst thing I ever did to myself. And how I did it for 31 years still amazes me, to this day. Because now the smell just turns my stomach. I can't stand the smell of cigarettes. So I can just imagine inflicting that smell on people for 31 years. Anyhow, if it was any of you, I'm sorry. Anyhow, questions. You guys hit me up with questions. ACE certified personal trainer. I'm an ACE certified health coach. I've got more than 30 years business experience under my belt. Public speaking. I probably shouldn't tell you this, but shh, I'm a mystery shopper as well. Now, if you don't know what that is, Google it. Because if you want to get into it, I can actually get you up in the industry through MSPA, the Mystery Shopper Providers Association, MSPA. You can go over to www.mspa, I think it's .org, or just look up Mystery Shopper Providers Association. You'd be amazed. You want to make a little extra income, little part-time income, it's a great way to do it, and provide a good service for quality control for customer service. Because believe me, there's many organizations out there hire people to go into their businesses, to go into their restaurants, to go into their, any place normally where they're interacting with customers. They pay people to go in and pretend they're a customer and then go report to the owner or the business or the corporation on the quality control. Were the training methods that they implemented used? Was the place clean? Was the food good? Was the customer service right? Did they smile? I mean, it's amazing how detailed that you have to answer. But it's really good, especially if you have an eye for detail and you like things like that. One of my favorites are reveal shops. In a reveal shop, you go into the location, you do the shop. In other words, you pretend you're a customer and you see how they do their work, and then you go away, and then you come back a short time later with a letter from corporate telling them who you are and what you're there for. In other words, revealing what you are as far as a mystery shopper, quality control corporate. The looks on their faces are precious, absolutely precious. And the ones where I got to take pictures of me and them at the same time, and those were usually like hotel shops, those were amazing, just a lot of fun. Anyhow, my goal today is just to make sure you guys are up, moving. If you're sitting down, get up. You can stretch with me. If you have any questions, I'm here to answer them. Well, I'm glad you guys are paying or joining in, but I sure would like some questions. Why don't you guys hit me up with one? Or how about answer this challenge I put out earlier? There's one emotion that I'm convinced that we don't share with animals, especially dogs. One emotion that humans have that I'm convinced dogs don't have. And just to show you again, these are the monsters. Zoe, Chewini, she's about 12 now. Zachary, with the dappled ears, he's a chug, and he's somewhere between 13 and 15. And then there's the big baby, Zeke. Zeke is a Chiggy. That's a Chihuahua and a Welsh Corgi. And these are all rescues. These are all my babies. Zeke is around 3 to 4 years old now. These were all emotional, very emotional needs dogs. So I'm quite convinced there's one emotion that they don't have that humans have. And I'm curious to see if any of you guys can guess what feeling or emotion that I'm convinced we don't share with dogs. It's strictly a human thing. And I'm not necessarily saying it's a good emotion. I'm just saying it's an emotion that humans have that I've never seen a dog display. And I've had dogs big and small my entire life. My first dog was a German Shepherd. My second dog was a Chihuahua, about the same time. So I've had them big and small. I know dogs in and out. I've been doing research on dog emotions and cat emotions. I have an 18-year-old tabby cat as well for quite some time now. And so I'm fairly convinced I'm right on this one. If anybody has a guess, I'd love to hear it. Anyhow, nobody has any questions right now. We're going to go back to playing Lie Swatter. You guys can play along with this, and if anybody can think of a question or has a comment, I'd love to hear it. Alexa, play Lie Swatter. I'm going to start stretching and doing some weights, you guys. If you have any questions, hit me up. If you want me to talk about
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Alexa, say hi.
Hi.
For those of you who have the Amazon Echo, Alexa is the interactive voice that you speak to get the thing to do what you want. Alexa, play Lie Swatter.
Greetings! Welcome to Lie Swatter, the voice-activated true or false trivia game.
I'm going to get my weights done.
I'm going to share 7 statements. After each, say truth or lie.
Otherwise,
Let's get started. Canadian Facebook doesn't allow curse words.
Repeat that.
Canadian Facebook doesn't allow curse words.
True.
You say truth.
I'm just guessing.
And you were wrong. That one's a lie. An
25
Instagram
pound
photo
dumbbells.
of a Picasso painting sold for $300 at an art auction.
Repeat that.
An Instagram photo of a Picasso painting sold for $300 at an art auction.
True.
You
Yes.
seem to think this one's true. And you were wrong. That one's a lie.
Well, I don't know much about Picasso, huh?
MySpace Tom hacked into a Chase Manhattan Bank system at age 14.
True.
You answered truth. You were right. It's true. Facebook once canceled the account of an attorney named Mark S. Zuckerberg.
True. Just a guess.
You say truth.
You guys can play too.
Yes, it's true.
Ah!
Match.com's founder's girlfriend left him for someone she met on Match.com.
True. I hope so. That's great.
I'm having some trouble understanding you. Answer truth or lie. Match.com's founder's girlfriend left him for someone she met on Match.com.
True. Come on.
You seem to think this one's true.
Truth is stranger than fiction.
You were right. It's true.
Too funny.
John Boehner is the Foursquare mayor of the White House.
True.
You seem to think this one's true. But you were wrong. It's a lie. Steven Spielberg made a $1 million Vine video.
Repeat that.
Steven Spielberg made a $1 million Vine video.
Hey, Andy. True.
Not sure I understood that. Answer truth or lie. Steven Spielberg made a $1 million Vine video.
True.
You seem to think this one's true. And you were wrong. That one's a lie.
I liked it.
Okay, time to hear how you did. You scored 3 points. Lots of room for improvement. Would you like to play again?
Sure. Come on, you guys, help me out here.
Hello, it's time to play Lie Swatter, the unbelievable true or false trivia game. I'm going to share 7 statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's begin.
Let's.
Nick Offerman is in the barbershop quartet The Mustache Men.
Lie.
You answered
Ken Wall.
lie. Yep, that's a lie. Kristen Stewart DJs under the name Sweet and Low 3000.
Lie.
You answered lie. Yep, that's a lie. Andy Richter is in a band called the Sidekicks.
True.
You say truth. And you were wrong. That one's a lie. Jada Pinkett Smith was the lead singer of a new metal band called Wicked Wisdom.
Lie.
You answered lie. And you were wrong. It was true. Ryan Gosling has a band, Dead Man's Bones, that only plays Halloween songs.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie.
Come on.
And you were wrong. It was true.
Get out of here. That's crazy.
Gary Sinise is in a band called the Lieutenant Dan Band.
True.
You seem to think this one's true. Yes, it's true. Julianne Moore is in a 311 cover band.
True.
You answered truth. And you were wrong. That one's a lie.
I like the idea, though.
Time for the final tally. You scored 3 points. But you still seem like a great person. Would you like to play again?
Help me out here, you guys. Yes.
Well, hello there. It's time to play Lie Swatter, the crazy true or false trivia game. I'm going to share 7 statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's begin. The Boston Red Sox got their name from the fishing term for lobster claws.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. You were right. That's a lie. Lobster was commonly served to prisoners in colonial America.
True.
You answered truth. Yes, it's true. McDonald's has a McLobster sandwich.
Lie.
You answered lie. And you were wrong. It was true.
Really? A McLobster
Christopher
sandwich?
Columbus thought lobsters were demons.
Lie.
You say lie. You were right. That's a lie.
If you guys
A
haven't
lobster's
fanned me
bladder
up,
is in
please
its head.
do so. Repeat that.
A lobster's bladder is in its head.
Lie.
You answered lie. But you were wrong. It's true.
That's gross.
George W. Bush owns a Red Lobster.
Lie. Hit me up
You
with
seem to
questions,
think
you
this
guys.
one's
You're
a
making this
lie.
too easy on me.
You were right. That's a lie.
More weights.
Lobsters spin webs on the ocean floor.
Lie.
You say lie. Yep, that's a lie. All right, final score time. You scored 5 points.
Not
I would
bad.
classify that score as
Come on, you guys,
just
hit me up with some
fine.
questions.
Would you like to play again?
Sure.
Greetings. Welcome to Lie Swatter, the
Got my own
voice-activated
morning show.
true or false trivia game. I'm going to share 7 statements.
Not
After
funny.
each, say truth or lie. Let's begin.
Let's.
Ben Franklin wrote feminist letters to newspapers as a teenager.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. But you were wrong. It's true.
Who knew?
Ben Franklin once called virginity the 8th deadly sin.
Lie.
You answered lie. Yep, that's a lie. Ben Franklin held 0 patents.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. But you were wrong. It's true.
Really? I could have swore you had some patents.
Ben Franklin's middle name was Americus.
Lie. Tricep curls, you guys.
You say lie. Yep, that's a lie. Ben Franklin was King George's second cousin.
True.
You say truth. But you were wrong. It's a lie. Ben Franklin introduced tofu to America.
Lie.
You say lie. And you were wrong.
Whoa.
It was true.
Really? Benjamin Franklin.
Ben Franklin flew around the world in a hot air balloon.
Lie.
You answered lie. You were right. That's a lie. Okay, we've done all 7. You scored 3 points. Not the best, frankly. Would you like to play again?
Sure. Come on, you guys, help me out.
Well, hello there. It's time to play Lie Swatter, the
Tricep
crazy true or false trivia game. I'm going to share 7 statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's get started.
Let's.
MASH started as a comic strip.
Lie.
You answered lie. Yep, that's a lie.
It's a movie.
Pablo Picasso had a daily cartoon strip from 1932 to 1935.
Lie.
You answered lie. You were right. That's a lie. Marmaduke was put down in 1999.
Lie.
You answered lie. Yep, that's a lie. Family Circus was the first strip available on the iPad.
Lie.
You answered lie. Yep, that's a lie. Charles Schultz died the night before the final Peanut strip was published.
True.
You seem to think this one's true. You were right. It's true. Dick Tracy was originally named Plainclothes Tracy.
Lie.
You say lie. And you were wrong. It was true.
Wasn't a big Dick Tracy.
Blondie's maiden name was Boopadoop.
Lie.
You answered lie. And you were wrong.
Whoa.
It was true.
Boopity.
All right, final score time. You scored 5 points.
Well, that's better than
Good
3.
enough if you ask me. Would you like to play again?
Sure. Come on, you guys, hit me up with questions. You want to quit smoking? You want to lose weight? Diabetes control? Anything. Hit me.
Hi, welcome to Lie Swatter, the
Taking
true
it too
or
easy
false
on
trivia game from Jackbox Games. I'm going to share 7
Hey, Mark.
impossible seeming statements. After each, say truth or lie.
We're playing Lie Swatter
Let's
right
get
now.
started.
If you have any questions, hit me.
Napoleon coined the phrase, "Don't buy the milk when you can get the cow for free."
Lie.
You answered lie.
Get the ball.
You were right. That's a lie. Napoleon escaped the Isle of Elba by masquerading as a prostitute.
True.
I'm having some trouble understanding you. Answer truth or lie. Napoleon escaped the Isle of Elba by masquerading as a prostitute.
Truth.
You seem to think this one's true. But you were wrong. It's a lie.
I like the idea.
13% of all French people are related to Napoleon.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. Yep, that's a lie. Napoleon had a brother in New Jersey nicknamed Joey Bottles.
Lie. Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. And you were wrong. It was true.
Get out of here.
Napoleon was normal height.
True.
You say truth. Yes, it's true.
Same height as me.
Napoleon's penis was sold for $2,900.
Repeat that.
Napoleon's penis was sold for $2,900.
True. Even if it's not, it should be.
You say truth. You were right. It's true.
That's way too funny.
Napoleon's eyes continued to blink after he was beheaded.
True.
You seem to think this one's true. But you were wrong. It's a lie.
I wasn't there. How do I know?
Brace yourself for your final score. You scored 4 points. That's better than a lot of people do, probably. Would you like to play again?
Sure. Come on, you guys. If you're sitting down, get up. Stretch with me.
Welcome to Lie Swatter, the true or false trivia game from Jackbox Games. I'm going to share 7 statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's begin. Pizza Hut Canada gave away a perfume that smelled like pizza.
Lie.
You answered lie. And you were wrong. It was true.
Pizza smelling perfume.
Chanel sells a perfume for dogs.
Lie.
You say lie.
Might be.
Yep, that's a lie.
Oh, well. Should be a good idea. Especially when these guys
Antonio
are coming.
Banderas released a cologne named the Musk of Zorro.
Repeat that.
Antonio Banderas released a cologne named the Musk of Zorro.
Repeat that.
Antonio Banderas released a cologne named the Musk of Zorro.
Lie.
You say lie. You were right. That's a lie. There is a perfume that smells like old library books.
Lie.
You say lie. But you were wrong. It's true.
I want to smell that.
A new MacBook Pro scented perfume was developed for an Australian art exhibit.
True. Sounds right.
You seem to think this one's true. You were right. It's true. The San Diego Zoo sells a perfume made from the pheromones of a baboon in heat.
True.
You answered truth.
Pheromones, very powerful.
But you were wrong. It's
Really?
a lie.
Pheromones are powerful.
Birds are more likely to poop on people who wear perfume.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. You were right. That's a lie. Let's hear your final score. You scored 4 points. Not bad. Not bad at all. Would you like to play again?
Sure. Unless somebody has any questions, comments, theories, postulations. Come on, you guys. Challenge me.
Hi, welcome to Lie Swatter,
I
the
get paid
true or false
$35
trivia
an hour
game
for
from
this free
Jackbox
for
Games.
people that need
I'm
personal
going to
training and
share
health
7
coaching, you guys.
statements. After
Take
each,
advantage,
say truth
seriously.
or lie. Let's get started. A cow holds the Guinness World Record for longest continuous fart.
True.
You answered truth. And you were wrong. That one's a lie.
I like it, though.
Ohio State's 1926 homecoming queen was a cow named Maudine Ormsby.
True. Obviously, I'm just
You
kidding.
seem to think this one's true. Yes, it's true.
Stranger things have happened.
Scientists have discovered evidence of cows on Mars.
Lie. Come on, you guys.
You answered lie. You were right. That's a lie. A cow grows an additional udder each time it births a calf.
Lie. That's crazy.
Yeah, we're going to have to do that again. Answer truth or lie. A cow grows an additional udder each time it births a calf.
Lie.
You answered lie. You were right. That's a lie. Cows are more likely to mate in stalls that have mirrors.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. Yep, that's a lie. New technology allows cows in heat to send text messages to farmers.
True.
You say true.
Sounds about right.
Yes, it's true.
Yep.
Cartoonist Gary Larson owns a slaughterhouse.
Lie.
You answered lie. Yep, that's a lie. Time for the final tally. You scored 6 points. Only one wrong. Would you like to play again?
Guys. Yes.
Hello, it's time to play Lie Swatter, the unbelievable true or false trivia game. I'm going to share 7 statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's get started.
Let's.
A. Milne's son, Christopher Robin, was teased about the Pooh books at school.
True.
You seem to think this one's true.
You guys, follow me.
Yes, it's true. The first Winnie the Pooh story appeared in Playboy.
False.
You think it's false. You were right. That's a lie. House at Pooh Corner was the first book to be translated into Braille.
False.
You say false. Yep, that's a lie. Winnie the Pooh has been diagnosed with inattentive ADHD.
Lie.
You answered lie. But you were wrong. It's true.
Poor old Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh has a brother named Fiddle-Dee-Doo.
Lie. We're going to open up our hips.
You say lie. You were right. That's a lie. Scientists named a rare species of yellow-furred raccoons Pooh Bears.
True.
You answered truth. And you were wrong. That one's a lie.
I liked it.
A man dressed as Winnie the Pooh stole $200,000 from a Swiss bank in 1998.
True. Come on, I want this one.
You say truth. But you were wrong. It's a lie.
That would have been great.
All right, final score time. You scored 4 points. I would classify that score as just fine. Would you like to play again?
Yes. Doing this will really
Hello, it's time to play Lie Swatter, the unbelievable true or false trivia game. I'm going to share 7 impossible-seeming statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's begin. Mexico has over 60 indigenous languages.
True.
You seem to think this one's true. You were right. It's true.
Yeah.
Mexico City has more Starbucks than any other city in the world.
Lie.
You say lie.
But it might be true.
Yep, that's a lie.
I'm going to say there's a lot. I know.
Mexico has one lake.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. You were right. That's a lie. Mexico is home to the New York City Salsa Company.
True.
You seem to think this one's true. And you were wrong. That one's a lie.
I would have loved that one. That would have been so
The
ironic.
oldest university in North America is in Mexico City.
Repeat that.
The oldest university in North America is in Mexico City.
True.
You seem to think this one's true. You were right. It's true.
These ones are
The most northern part of North America is a Mexican territory.
Repeat that.
The most northern part of North America is a Mexican territory.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. Yep, that's a lie. Cortez landed in Mexico thinking it was in Japan.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. Yep, that's a lie. Okay, time to hear how you did. You scored 6 points. So close to perfection. Would you like to play again?
Sure, unless anybody has any questions. Come on, grab your
Hi,
kettleball. Join
welcome
me.
to Lie Swatter, the true or false trivia game from
I know
Jackbox
you all
Games.
have a kettleball out
I'm
there.
going to share 7 bizarre statements. After each, say truth or lie.
Alexa, stop.
Okay, goodbye.
We'll get back to Lice Water in a minute. I want to welcome everybody who's joined us recently. Let's say hi to Respect Women. Yep, definitely. We're playing Truth or Lie is what we've been playing. Hey, big dog. How's it going, Maxim? Hey, Maxim. You guys, if you have any, I dare you to boil milk. Why in God's name would I want to boil milk? No babies in this house right now. Been a few months since a baby visited this house. Anyhow, I just want to say hi to everybody who joins us, and if you have any questions, please hit me up. As a ACE certified personal trainer and ACE certified health coach, people pay me normally to give them advice or to kick their butts and get them in shape. I like to interact with you guys because it gives you the opportunity to ask questions on pretty much any topic, and I have over 80 topics I cover in my book. It's on Amazon, Pushing Double Nickels. You can go look at it. But my specialty as an ACE certified personal trainer and more importantly an ACE certified health coach is to help people get their health numbers back in order. The most important one right off the bat is your BMI, your body mass index. If you were like me, I was overweight here at 205 pounds and 50 pounds heavier than this. Oh yeah, I forgot. I keep this handy. I brought this back out. That is my driver's license picture. In the early 2000s, when I was 252 pounds. That was me. And at the same time, I was a cigarette smoker. 31 years. Husband won't get you anywhere without boiling milk. Well, just so you know, I drink about 2 gallons of non-fat milk a week, literally. I have my entire life. Milk is, I cannot live without milk in my house. If I don't have milk, I go get milk. I don't have to boil it, but I do drink it a lot. So I agree. I think milk is awesome, especially for building muscles because it's got the full proteins, the complete proteins that we really need to build muscles, as does meat. But if you're going to eat red meat, see if you can eat grass-fed. You know, literally, it digests in your system so much better, and you want to, keep red meat and things of that nature to a minimum amount in your diet. In fact, for anybody that wants to know the best way right now on cdc.gov, go to Choose My Plate. and that will tell you exactly what the latest things are. It's pretty simple as far as dietary. Half your plate should be vegetables and fruits. So half your plate should be vegetables and fruits, a little more veggies than fruits. The other half of your plate should be grains and proteins, and more grains and proteins, and then a little bit of diet or a little bit of dairy thrown in. Questions? I'm going to leave, but milk doesn't have complete proteins. Well, thanks, big dog. You're right. Milk itself, no, it doesn't, but it does have the casein proteins that are much better for the human body. There's a new age technology will change the working out world. Okay. Well, that's awesome. Hey, Danielle. Anyhow, if you guys have any questions, remember my specialty is weight loss. I help people lose weight. That is probably the thing that I do the most right now, simply because that is the biggest need. As somebody who used to be 110 pounds heavier than I am now, and having gotten trained and certified a few years ago to help other people do it, that's now what I concentrate on. To interact with you guys is a real privilege, because it gives me the chance to, one, share with you what I've learned and what I know, and especially my experiences with diabetes. And that's the one that really, to me, if I can help you understand that being pre-diabetic gives you the choice of getting off the list, staying off the list, or getting full-blown type 2 diabetes. If you're one of the 84 million Americans who is currently pre-diabetic out of 330 million, remember there's 330 million Americans right now. 30 million of us have already been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. I am one. 300 million left. Out of those 300 million, 200 million are overweight or obese, or both, like I was. And out of those, 84 million are now pre-diabetic. That means they're right on the list. They're right on the line of either getting full-blown diabetes, type 2 diabetes, or getting themselves off the list. What I tell my clients is the same thing I'll tell you. If you're overweight, if you're obese, if you're on the pre-diabetes list, and your doctor is the only one who's going to tell you based on your A1C, then you can get off 10%. That's all I say. You take off 10% of the additional weight that you've got. For instance, when I was 250 pounds, I felt the difference when I took off that first 25 pounds. I felt more energy. I mean, just overall, I could tell. And that was just the first 25. And that was still 20 pounds heavier than I am here at 205. But still 25 pounds less than I was in that picture I showed you at 252. So, and I had to start making those changes because at age 45, here I was, fat, happy, in my 30th year of smoking cigarettes, almost 31 years smoking cigarettes, about a pack a day, working in the computer industry. I was in information technology for 25 years. And I sat all day. I ate what I wanted. I smoked, I was literally fat and happy. Unfortunately, that hit me at age 46, just after turning 46, with type 2 diabetes. And my doctor at the time said, well, you have a choice. You need to either make some changes, right, in your lifestyle. You need to lose some weight, probably get rid of the cigarettes, or, start picking out toes and fingers that you don't like, because they're going to get lopped off eventually if you do not manage type 2 diabetes. That's what happens. Diabetic neuropathy and retinal neuropathy, they're nothing to mess with, guys. So if you have type 2 diabetes, hopefully like me, you're on medication, you're working with your doctor to keep your A1C where it needs to be. Now, if you are pre-diabetic, and that will come from your annual physical, your annual checkup from your doctor. However, I can tell you right now, if you're overweight or obese, where I was, then your likelihood of being a pre-diabetic increases that much. So for you, like me, taking off 10% is going to help a lot. Right? You're going to say, all right, Brad, so how do you do it? Let me get to that. See if anybody has any questions first. Boop, 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 boop. Please boil milk. Well, you sure love that boiling milk, huh there, respect woman? We appreciate the boiling milk tip. Can honestly say, as a personal trainer and health coach, I have never had any training or any kind of background on boiling milk. But I love milk personally. I think milk is great, whether it's hot or cold. So, hey, who am I to say? Right? I mean, if it worked for some people, just the same thing with with placebos. The placebo effect can work on almost anything. The human mind is amazing. If your mind says it's so, it can be so. If you decide up here it's going to happen, it's going to happen. That's also the power of being an optimist, and being an optimist really does have its advantages. Believing the glass is half full all the time instead of the glass is half empty is the same as waking up in the morning and deciding if you're going to have a good day or if you're going to have a bad day. The choice is really yours. Happiness starts internally. It starts right in here. That's where happiness begins. You have that choice every single day. Right? Just in the same vein, you have the choice every day to get up and do something positive for your life, do something positive for your family, your community, and your dogs, the animals. I mean, pick your cause. It doesn't really matter what your cause is. Right? Whether you want to improve yourself or whether you want to improve people and things around you, that choice is yours. So when you wake up every day, you have the opportunity to make changes, positive changes, negative changes. Those choices are yours. Bad habits versus good habits. And remember, when you get rid of a bad habit, or if you get rid of something bad in your life, the universal law of the vacuum immediately jumps into effect. Whenever there's a vacuum, the universe will rush to fill it. So if you get rid of a bad habit, or if you get rid of something bad in your life, then it's time to replace it with something good. Not something worse or something badder, but something good. The entire point of improving oneself is to take things that are not necessarily great, right, or as good as they can be, and make them better, right? Letting go of bad things. That's one of the most important things. Learning to let go is something that we all have difficulty with, especially when it comes to things that we're attached to emotionally. And that can be anything from a person to food, to money, power, cars. I mean, working as a health coach, my job is to balance the entire person. Yes, I'm concerned about your weight and your BMI and are you obese, are you overweight? Yes, I'm concerned about all the physical things that you're going to talk to with your doctor. I want to know what your A1C is for your blood sugars. Your BMI, obviously, are you in shape and the proper form you should be for your height and weight? How's your cholesterol? How's your blood pressure? I want to know what your resting heart rate is. Do you know what your resting heart rate is? You should if you don't, because you need to be able to double that resting heart rate if it is not an unhealthy resting heart rate. Resting heart rates can be anywhere from 60 to 100 beats. That's the average, anywhere between 60 to 100. If you're processing your heart at 60 beats, the blood pumped through at 60 beats a minute obviously is more efficient and less pressure is being put on the heart at 60 beats a minute as opposed to 100 beats a minute. But the objective, obviously, is to get the resting heart rate down as low and as efficient as possible. Questions, you guys, hit me up while I'm talking about this stuff. Remember, I get paid as a personal trainer and health coach for this. For you guys, I do it for free because I like the interaction. I like the ability to answer any questions that you have. If you're facing any challenges, I spoke with a lady on here the other day who was anorexic. And she's facing challenges with that. She's facing challenges with her family. She's facing challenges with her friends and her peers. So we talked about that. I think I gave her a little healthy advice. By the time that we were done talking here, I think she felt better about herself. Another gentleman, his dad is overweight and he's a cigarette smoker and thinks he's too old to get better, to make any changes. And I said, no, he's not. So I gave the man, same email address I give you guys, pushingdoublenickels@yahoo.com. I'm helping people quit smoking for free this year. You cannot get your health in order. There's no way you're going to get healthy if you still smoke cigarettes. Take it from a 31-year cigarette smoker. I smoked from age 15 to age 46. And that was 2005. July 15, 2005 was the last cigarette I had. So I know darn well, if I can get rid of a 31-year cigarette habit on the first try, I can help other people do it. In fact, I already have. But I'm doing that for free because I am fully convinced. Absolutely. I don't care how old you are. You can automatically start getting healthier if you get rid of the cigarettes. 45 million Americans are still smoking. And it's about somewhere between 12 and 15%. Right? And what scares me is 1,700 teenagers are starting every single day. 1,700 new smokers are starting every single day. It's insane. And being a guy who had his first cigarette, I was around 13, 14 years old when I had my first cigarette. By the time I was 15, I was a full pack a day smoker. And I wasn't smart when I went through boot camp at 17. I was at Camp Pendleton, San Diego. They didn't let us have any cigarettes the first 2 months we were in boot camp, the first 8 weeks. And then finally, and I have no idea why, but they let us smoke. Mind you, we had to stand outside. All the ashes and butts went in the top of a trash can lid, and everything went in the garbage. Nothing went on the deck. Nothing. Today you see cigarette butts being tossed everywhere, out of cars. I mean, 5 trillion cigarette butts are tossed on the ground every year. That's unacceptable. The earth is not an ashtray. Every single cigarette butt has the concentrations of all the toxic chemicals that are in the cigarette itself, the stuff that causes cancer. Every one of them cigarette butts, and don't step on one when they're wet, barefoot, if you want to avoid cancer, and don't let your animals step on them either. But every single one of those cigarette butts can poison 1 to 2 gallons of water. So those cigarette butts you see on the sidewalk, they get hit with the sprinklers or get hit with the rain, that wind up washing out into the gutters and out into the oceans. We're literally putting 10 trillion gallons of poisoned water into our oceans and streams and lakeways, and just because of cigarette smokers. So get me off my soapbox on that one as well, you guys. Anyhow, anybody have any questions on getting healthy, on losing weight, on getting in shape? Remember, if I could start doing it at 45, 46 years old, the original information technology computer guy, couch potato, if I can make those changes, anybody can. And it doesn't matter how old you are. I am living proof that 58 can be the new 38 if you do it right. I wish to God I'd have started earlier, so I wouldn't have had to wait till I had a major health threat. And that seems to be a big, point that makes everybody, look and go, oh God, I need to make changes. Don't wait till you get that health threat, right? If you know you need to make those changes, make them now. The sooner you start, the sooner you can get busy on it. And remember this, you don't get overweight overnight. Nobody eats and gains weight overnight. Hey, Mango, how's it going? Luftpostofoli. Panda Bear. Hello, Pandex. How's it going? I used to have a real close friend who's a panda bear. Pompeii Pam Pam. Hey, how you doing? If you guys have any questions, hit me up, would you? That's what I'm here for. I love the interaction. I really do. I like to have the ability to answer any questions if I can help in just any small ways to make your day, make your life a little bit better. Hey, hit me up. Questions, comments, postulations, theories. If just the fact that I can go from 252 pounds, this was 205, but if I can go from 252 pounds to 142, my current weight has been for the last 3-4 years. I'm at weight, I guess you could say. I'm in maintenance mode. For me, I have goals. My goals are to attain a certain physical frame by the time I hit certain ages. I intend to hit perfection as far as my body-wise when I hit 70. So, and I am firmly convinced that anybody can do it. Literally, if I can do it. I mean, come on, look at me. 25 years in information technology. I was 252 pounds, smoking a pack of Camel filters a day, sitting around fat and happy, and I would have probably stayed that way if I hadn't been hit with type 2 diabetes. I would have probably had a heart attack in my sleep long before now. I probably wouldn't even be standing here talking to you about this had I just gone on as I was. And remember, 160,000 of us perish every day. We lose 160,000 a day. The birth rate is a little lower than that, so we're actually losing a few more than we're gaining right now. But 160,000 die every day, just attrition. And the leading cause of death in America right now, and it has been for some time, is CAD, coronary arterial disease. And it's also one of the leading and most preventable causes of death out there. Coronary arterial disease is simply where you have the plaque building up in your artery walls. It causes heart attacks, and the plaque that builds up in the walls in your brain that causes strokes. But coronary arterial disease is the biggie. That's the one that all the clog, fat plugs up inside your arteries, and just there goes your heart. 90,000 people die in their sleep every night. Okay, stay with me on this because this should really interest you. 90,000 people die every night in their sleep. Okay, for all the various reasons, just attrition, old age. But the leading cause of death, remember, is still coronary artery disease. Okay, so imagine, and these bands are trackers. They're not just activity trackers. They track everything, including my heart rate, my sleep. I've got 2 different methods, and I've been doing these for a few years now. So I know when I'm sleeping, I can go back and look the next day. All right, at 2:30, I was in REM sleep, and this was my heart rate. Okay, because when you're dreaming, when you're in REM sleep, you'll go from light sleep to deep sleep to REM sleep, and you'll run these cycles several times a night. Right, about every 90 minutes or so, you'll have a dream. You'll REM sleep if you're doing properly. But during REM sleep, and this is the cool part. Let me get up closer to this because I really want to give you guys a scare on this one. During REM sleep, okay, when your heart is acting like you're just like you're awake. Because remember, when you're dreaming, right, your heart is going to be behaving the same as it is as if you were wide awake. Now, your body might be frozen. Your body isn't going to move, but your heart itself continues beating. And when your brain is in the middle of REM sleep, right, in other words, you're having a dream, your heart is going to be reacting the exact same way as if you were wide awake. So, imagine you're being chased by a monster in your dream, and your heart rate spikes to 130 plus beats a minute. And you spend your days sitting on the job like I did, information technology. I was on the computer all day long, or driving out to a meeting to talk about working on computers, or going into a classroom to talk to students about their computers, whatever. Most of my time was spent sitting, either on the job or at home. Okay, so my heart got deconditioned. I wasn't exercising and I was overweight, right? Now imagine if you let that go on to the point where you're having, excitable dreams, your REM sleep is getting your heart rate up to 130 plus beats a minute during your sleep, but it never gets there during the day when you're awake. What do you think the odds are of possibility of having a heart attack in your sleep during REM sleep when your heart rate spikes up because it believes it's wide awake and it's experiencing exactly what you're dreaming? Okay, so for those of you who are sitting out there who are not exercising, remember all of us personal trainers and health coaches recommend the same thing the CDC does. 30 minutes, 5 times a week, minimum. That's 150 minutes a week of moderate intensity exercise. Whatever you like to do, doesn't matter, as long as you get that heart rate up to a moderate level, right? Or if you need to lose weight, or like me, you're over 50, that's double. That's 1 hour, 60 minutes, 5 times a week, or 300 minutes. For my cardio, I figured out years ago what was going to work for me. And that's really what you have to do. You have to figure out exactly what it is that's going to work for you. For me, I knew it was going to be power walking. Old Marine jarhead, I was a ground pounder. So for me, walking is a natural. So 6 days a week, I do 4 miles at about 4 miles an hour. So I'm putting in about 24, 25 miles a week for my cardio. My resting heart rate right now is just below 60 beats a minute. I'd like to get it back. I'd like to get it down to about 55 by the end of this year is my personal goal. And remember, the lower your resting heart rate, the more efficiently your heart is pumping, and more efficiently it's working with your lungs, your pulmonary, coronary, is all working together to make sure that you're putting as little pressure on the heart as possible. And that way you're moving blood more efficiently through your entire system. And one of the things that you want to really keep an eye out as a pre-diabetic, if your doctor tells you you're pre-diabetic, one of the first signs and one of the things you should keep an eye out is loss of hair on your toes. This is going to happen before you start feeling tingling and numbness. When the circulation starts to go, one of the first sure indicators is you'll no longer see any hair on your toes. So keep an eye out for that. Any questions, you guys, while I'm here? Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and get back to my weights. Who we got? Hey, Dwight, what's happening? Anything to say there, Mango? Pompeii. I want to go to Pompeii. Hey, Danielle, what's happening? Come on, you guys, hit me up here. Hit me some questions. Did I miss any? Do you have a training job? Actually, Big Dog, I work with people directly. I have a website, Personal Training with Brad. You can sign up to do training with me, and pretty much anything from weight loss to building muscle to working with chronic pain. I work with doctors as well. So if you and your doctors have determined that your numbers are not where they need to be, especially all the numbers I talk about with the BMI, the cholesterol, the blood pressure, the blood sugars, the A1C, and your resting heart rate, if you need to get your numbers in order, that's my job as a health coach. A personal trainer has limitations, and that was a prerequisite for me to get the certification I wanted, which was a certified health coach, and that is what I concentrate on and do the most. Right now, I'm taking on clients, just small, a few, because like I say, I'm trying to get book number 2 finished and published before the end of the year, and this one's for dogs, a dog book. I really do believe that as humans, we need to do a much better job taking care of all the domestic animals that share our world, especially the ones that wouldn't exist if we hadn't created them. Dogs, domestic dogs and cats specifically. So questions, you guys, hit me up. 16 Nick. Hookie. All right, you guys. Well, if you don't have any questions right now, we're going to go back to playing lice water, and I'm going to finish my weights because I have still got my mileage to do today. I've got my 4 miles to get accomplished. You know, if there's one thing that I can tell you first and foremost, a personal trainer or health coach, their first and most important customer is them. So for me, my most important client, my first client, is me. There's absolutely no way anybody is going to trust me or should trust me as a health coach or personal trainer if I can't walk the walk. I mean, you sure wouldn't trust me as a personal trainer if I still look like this, right? I mean, you sure wouldn't, trust my judgment on helping you lose weight if I look like that still. So for me, doing my daily routine is as important as getting up and breathing every day. And once you get into lifestyle changes, and that's really what I help people do is lifestyle changes. Once you get into the lifestyle changes and you have these new habits that are better, and remember, I still eat everything I want. I don't deny myself anything. I mean, I've got pizza in the fridge right now, ribs, meatloaf, burgers, fries. I still eat all the things that I love to eat, right? But it's portion size now and frequency. So yeah, I like to hit McDonald's once a month, right? I'll eat fast food on occasion. I like comfort food. I like everything that everybody else likes. Just that I understand now that it's the amount, it's the quantity of calories that go into my body and how much I burn off with exercise or just general daily living is going to make a difference whether at the end of the day I have a positive energy balance or a negative energy balance. That is actually one thing that I want to get you very, very versed on. I want you to really understand the difference because that makes the determination if you're gaining weight or losing weight on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis. Okay. An example, 200-pound person who's in shape. Okay. 200-pound man, he's in shape, doesn't need to lose any weight, doesn't need to gain any weight. His doctor says his numbers are awesome, his blood pressure is good, his blood sugars are good, his BMI is just where it needs to be. Okay. So for the average 200-pound person, they need 1,900 calories thereabouts just to maintain that weight. Okay. So a 200-pound person needs about 1,900 calories to maintain that weight. A 150-pound person, 1,400, 1,450, right? That ballpark, okay? So For the 200-pound person, 1,900 calories, that's what they can consume every day, right? Doesn't matter whether it's a cheeseburger or a bowl full of salad, right? The quantity is what we're talking about here. Quality we can talk about as far as your diet later. Quantity is what really is going to make the determination whether you're gaining weight or losing weight. Okay. So back to our 200-pound person who's already in shape. All their numbers are good. The doctor says everything's fine. Your blood sugars are good. Your blood pressure is good. Your blood cholesterols are good. Your resting heart rate is where it needs to be. Your BMI is perfect. So a 200-pound person, 1,900 calories, that's what they need just to stay at 200 pounds. Now, and this is true for everybody, for every 3,500 calories that you consume, every 3,500 calories that you consume, whether it's in a beverage, food, I don't care what it is, every 3,500 calories that cross into your gullet that you do not burn off turns into 1 pound of fat. Let me repeat that. Every 3,500 calories that you consume, I don't care where you consume it or how you consume it or what it's consumed with, right? It could be health food. Every 3,500 calories of health food that you eat, that you don't burn off in some kind of exercise or some autonomic function, is going to turn into a pound of fat. So let's say that every week you're putting on an additional 3,500 calories. In a year, that's 52 pounds. It can happen. I know. Between 2003 and 2005, I put on probably 70, 75 pounds. I walked on up to 252 pounds like that, or at least it seemed that way to me. I really did not. I wasn't watching what I was eating. I was not exercising. I was being sedentary. I was literally fat and happy. Fat and happy dad. And that's who I was. Still smoking. So don't wait until you have the medical threat like I did. I got hit with type 2 diabetes. That's why I had to take off 110 pounds and get rid of the cigarettes, at least start on it 13 years ago. But don't wait till you get to that point. Unfortunately, like I keep repeating, we have an obesity epidemic happening in America. It's global, actually. One in five around the world, 1 in 5 people are either overweight or obese right now. America, and we always lead the way here in America. God bless America, Semper Fi. We always lead the way in America. And unfortunately, we're now leading the way in the obesity epidemic. Out of 330 million of us, over 200 million, more than 2/3 of America is either overweight or obese right now. 2 out of 3 people. I know. I was one of them. I'll show you the scary picture again. 252 pounds, guys. That was me. 252. And at that time, still smoking cigarettes. Yeah, I didn't do myself any favors, huh? Who's in? Who's joined us? Hey, Aaron, how's it going? Come on, hit me up with some questions. You guys have any comments? Now, remember, I'm not a youngster. I'm a baby boomer. I'll be 59 here in a couple months, right? But I think I'm living proof. 59, 58 can be the new 39, 38. 60 can be the new 40. Conversely, 30 can be the new 50. You know why? Because if you don't get your numbers in order and you don't get your health in order and you let yourself go like I did and you get overweight, obese, then yeah, your odds of getting type 2 diabetes go through the roof. And right now, 1 out of 4 Americans, 1 out of 4 Americans is pre-diabetic. That's up. It was 72 million not too long ago. It went up to 84 million is the latest report. 84 million Americans are pre-diabetic. That's a scary number. I mean, that should scare you. As a health coach, it scares the crap out of me. Hey, gangster. So, the good thing, though, and you're thinking, how can there be good news with 84 million Americans being pre-diabetic out of 330? Well, the good news is As a pre-diabetic, you can get off that list. You are not stuck on becoming diabetic. You have the choice. You're on the line right now, as it were. So if you're one of those 1 out of 4 Americans who's currently pre-diabetic, or one of the 2 out of 3 Americans where I was either overweight or obese, and I was obese when my BMI was 38. If you're in that position, don't fret. I mean, don't worry. You can make the changes. You can get rid of the weight. You can quit the cigarettes. Hey, if I can get rid of a 31-year cigarette habit at age 46, and I haven't had one since, right? That was July 15th, 2005 was my last smoke. If I can do that, you can do it. I guarantee you. It can happen. It only takes about 2 weeks, a little less, to get the nicotine, the cravings out of your system. There's this stupid commercial I see on television right now about the Nicoderm patch, and this guy is going, "Yeah, I was having a hard time quitting smoking, but then we brought our little bundle home." And they show it must have been about a 6-month-old child sitting there, and he has a patch on his arm. No, you are not going to be doing quitting smoking for 6 months. That's insane. That's a horrible misrepresentation. When you're going to use a smoking alternative, and I use the gum, is what I use to quit. But whether you use the patch, whether you use the gum, that's only going to be for a couple weeks while you're going through the withdrawals. Eventually, you're going to be getting off of all the nicotine. When I help somebody quit smoking, and I've helped a lot of people quit smoking, when I help someone quit smoking, we put together a 90-day plan. Right? So we know exactly what's going to start at the beginning of the 90 days, and by the end of the 90 days, they are a permanent no more smoker. The cigarettes are gone. That's the objective. It makes absolutely no sense to quit smoking just to turn around and do it again. But that happens all the time. And I can't understand it. 2 years after they quit, it's completely out of their system. Next thing you know, for some reason, and usually they'll find an excuse, a divorce, a breakup, loss of job, something stress related. And believe me, I understand. But they'll pick them back up again. No, 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 no. If you're going to pick anything up, do something natural. Seriously. I guarantee you, marijuana is a lot safer for you than tobacco or alcohol. And now that it is completely legal here in California, and once we get rid of the idiots in Washington, it'll be legal nationally. I mean, if you're going to do anything, do that. Get rid of the tobacco. Seriously. Have a doober. I can tell you from 44 years, and yeah, 44 years of partaking, and one, it helps me a lot with my back pain issues. And I've been suffering back pain for quite some time. If anyone who's read my book, I put the entire puzzle of what happened with my back and what took me out of the information technology industry that I loved. Sitting is not natural for the human body. And 100 million Americans suffer lower back pain or back pain. Out of 330, 100. So 1 out of 3 of us suffer like I do from back pain. And yes, the opioid epidemic is pretty crazy right now. We're losing 150 people a day to the opioid epidemic. I have been taking opioids for years to control the pain in my back, to allow me just to be able to function. Having a little toke helps me take less of the pain medication, helps me do more, be more active, be more efficient at what I do. I hate taking the pain medications too much because they make me fuzzy. And the last thing that I need is to be fuzzy. I can get up and talk to a crowd for hours and hours on end about this stuff. I'll get on my soapbox about health until the cows come home. You give me a topic, in fact, you pick any one of the 80 chapters in my book, and I'll sit there and talk to you about it till the cows come home. But if my back pain is in such a condition that I have to take medication to the point where I just want to go to sleep or lay down all the time, it's just not worth it. You have to have quality of life as well. So, cigarette smoking, that is the easiest way that you can start to get your health in order. Get rid of the cigarettes. When I got rid of my cigarettes, yeah, they were gone. They were gone first try. But I did not get rid of this. 44 years. It has helped me one way or another, whether it has to do with sleep, whether it had to do with stress. I mean, it has helped. And now it helps me take less opioids. In fact, over the last 5 years, I have taken less. I have gone down on the amount of pain medications I take for my back, simply because, one, the quality of the marijuana is better now, and the ways that we can take it, I mean, yeah, and then I do it every possible way, everything from edibles to buds to vapors to, concentrates. After 44 years, I consider myself pretty much a pot guru, I guess you could say. But as a health coach, right, one, I never, ever recommend anybody does anything combustible in the lungs, right? If you're going to do something with medical marijuana, try edibles, right? Go slow. Use an expert for one thing. Concentrates are fine. Vapes are fine. Just the combustibles, the things that puts into your lungs, you have to be careful with that. Even though 31 years of smoking cigarettes, every year I would have bronchitis, just about from 15 to 46. Cigarette smoking every year, I would get sick with bronchitis. I haven't had a single case of bronchitis in almost 13 years since I quit the cigarettes. But I have not stopped partaking, and I never will. So I fully support that. That's fine. Get rid of the cigarettes. Lose the weight. Start watching what you eat. The portion control is the key naturally. And that's the key factor I have people work on right off the bat, right, is the portion control. Because remember, like I said, every 3,500 calories that you consume, that you don't burn off, turns into 1 pound of fat. It's a very simple formula. Just like the formula for being healthy is very simple. 75% of your attention, your concentration should be on your diet. 25% of your attention, your concentration should be on your exercise. 75-25. Being healthy is 75% what you eat and 25% what you do. If you're eating more than you should and not doing as much as you should, you're going to be gaining weight. You're going to be out of balance. And that's the thing that everybody needs to have in their life is balance. Balance physically, balance emotionally, balance mentally, balance spiritually, balance intellectually. Anytime that something is not right in your life, doesn't matter if it's your job, your weight, your health, your relationship, it simply means that you're out of balance. As a Zen Buddhist, my specialty is balance. Being balanced and trying to remain balanced, especially in an unbalanced world, because this is an unbalanced world. But maintaining balance in an unbalanced world is a challenge. But at the same time, it's very rewarding. Believe me, I am very proud of the fact that I took off 110 pounds without surgery, without diet fads, without, lap band or any of that. Yes, I mean, I can hold that and say, I did this. And yes, I'm proud of the fact that, I'm not proud that I smoked cigarettes for 31 years, but I'm proud of the fact that I got rid of them. Right? Last one, July 15th, 2005. So this July, it'll be 13 years since I had a cigarette, right? Yeah, I can be proud of that. And you know what? You can too. If you're one of the 45 million Americans who still smoke, I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you smoked them for 3 decades just like I did. You can still get rid of the darn things. You can get that monkey off your back. If you're one of the 2 out of 3 Americans who's currently overweight, like I was, or obese, like I was, don't give up hope. It doesn't matter how old you are. You can make the changes, starting at any age. If I can start at 46, right, and here at 58, I'm still going strong. I didn't even become a certified personal trainer until I was 56 years old. And that's only because I wanted the health coach certification, prerequisite. ACE certified personal trainer is a prerequisite to get the ACE certified health coach. Because when I read the job description on health coach, I'm like, hey, that's me. That's what I do. Because I encompass the entire person, the entire psyche. And for me, being healthy is making sure you're balanced all the way around. So yeah, we'll talk about losing weight. We'll talk about getting in shape. We'll talk about building muscle. That's fine. But at the same time, I want to make sure you're balanced. I want to make sure you're emotionally balanced, You're spiritually balanced. Everybody has a spiritual center. I'm not pushing religion. I'm just saying that everybody has something inside that makes them feel good when they reach out. And it doesn't really matter if you're Christian or Jewish or Buddhist or agnostic. Everybody has a spiritual side in them. And you want to reach out and be part of that. It really is, it's a part of you. So you can't deny that part of you. So being balanced, again, as I say, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and intellectual. I mean, learning is a lifelong process. You're learning from the minute you come out of the womb until the minute you go in the grave, or at least until they close, the eyes close. You should be. I mean, every moment should be an opportunity to learn something. Being a person who is a firm believer in karma, I can tell you right now, for the universal laws or Newton law of for every reaction, for every action there's an opposite and equal reaction. The laws of inertia. They're true in everything. They're true in everything. What you do is going to determine what happens to you. And don't forget, karma is not linear. And this is one that people really have a hard time grasping. Karma is not linear. So if you're a good person, you're doing good things, your entire life may have good things happening or bad things happening. We all have the good and the bad happening, right? Karma itself doesn't necessarily mean that something good is going to happen to you before you do something good. You may have something good happen to you prior to you doing something good. In other words, it's not linear. In the same vein, if you're a rotten person and you do bad things to people, and there's plenty of them out there, sometimes you pay the penance before you do the crime. You with me on this? And someone who may wind up, living under a bridge strung out on heroin, for instance, may have no idea what karma led them to that point, right? But in the same vein, karma doesn't go linearly. So they may have been paying the penance for a crime that they were going to commit, or something that they were going to do to somebody. You see what I'm saying? I mean, karma is going to happen anyway. The universal life, the stream that exists, is going to happen anyway. The future, the past, and the present all exist at the exact same time. You just happen to be viewing it from where you're standing in this particular moment, right? But karma, just like time, is not linear. Okay, it is relative. So just keep that in mind. Being good, doing good, it's going to come back, either before or after, but it will come back. If you're a good person with a good heart, a good soul, you try and do good things for people, in general, you're going to have good return. And just remember, that can happen before or after. Same with if you're going to be a bad person. The karma can get you prior. In other words, you can pay the penance before you actually do the crime, because past, present, future all exist at the exact same time. There is no difference. Time is not linear. So it's a hard one to grasp, but true. Hit me up with questions, you guys. Anybody want to have any advice as far as I had a lady on here the other day who was anorexic, and I was able to give her a little advice I thought was helpful. Anorexia, bulimia, if you have eating disorders. When I take a client on who needs to lose weight, or even if they want to gain weight, and there are a few of those, but when I take a client on who wants to lose weight, the very first thing I have them do is fill out my food diary and activity chart. In other words, I tell that person, I give them a form, I want them to fill out an entire week worth of what they ate, everything they drank, every snack, everything that goes into their body. I want to know what they ate or drank, how much. In other words, was it, did you have a slice of pizza or did you eat the whole pizza? Where'd you get it from? Did you buy it somewhere? Was it fast food? Did you cook it? Did it come out of a box? Did it have a name on it? Pillsbury, whatever. What time did you eat it? Who did you eat it with? In other words, did you eat it with a family? Was it a family meal? Did you eat it alone? Right? Or was it a snack you ate on the run somewhere? Right? And this is a real important one. Why did you eat it? I am finding more and more the term comfort food really comes into play here. People are eating not because necessarily they're hungry, but to address another issue. They could be stressed. They could be unhappy. They could have whatever number of reasons that they reach for food, for comfort. And that is real important. So when I'm having a new client fill out their food diary for 1 week, not only do I want to know what they ate, how much they ate, what time they ate it, who they ate it with, who made it, I want to know why. If they ate it because they were hungry, then put down, I was hungry. If they ate it for another reason, I want to know why. And at the same time, I want to know their activity levels. Okay? Even if they're not exercising. Did you walk the dog? Did you go to the mall? Did you walk around the office building at lunch? Whatever. I want to know any activities they did. So I have a whole week. By the end of a whole week, I can see everything they ate, everything they drank, all the snacks, when they ate it, how much they ate it, who they ate it with, and why they ate it. And I can see how much activity they did on each of those days as well. Then I sit down with them, either in person or on Skype, and we go over exactly what's on that food chart. Now, and remember, and I tell people this all the time, don't cheat on this. This is the last thing you want to cheat on. Don't suddenly start eating healthy for the first week of your entire life because I have you filling out a food diary. Don't suddenly say you're starting to eat salads when you haven't had a salad for 6 months. Were you with me on this? I can't help you if you aren't honest with me, completely honest with me on what you're eating, how much you're eating. I mean, I don't mind if you have a couple slices of pizza, but not the whole darn thing. Okay? So we talk portion sizes, obviously. So when you fill out a week-long food diary starting as a client, then we'll sit down and we'll talk about it. So we will figure out between us, here's the negative energy balance day where you were probably burning calories. You burn more calories than you consumed. Here are positive energy balance days where you were consuming more calories than you burned. And again, every 3,500 calories that you do not expend, that goes into your body, that you don't burn off somehow, exercise or just general living, every 3,500 calories turns into 1 pound of fat. Okay, so I have a week-long food diary for my client. We go over everything they ate. We figure out at the end of each of those days and at the end of that week, are they at a negative energy balance or are they at a positive energy balance? Are they losing weight or are they going to look like they're gaining weight? So I can figure that out with them. We figure that out. And then from there, we put together a plan of attack. Right? All right, here's what we need to do. We set goals. And remember, these are SMART goals. If you set New Year's resolutions, and I hope you all did, they should include goals, right? And if you set a goal and it's not a SMART goal, the odds of success of that goal are very slim. See if anybody has any questions, and I'm going to talk about SMART goals real quick, you guys. Hit me up, you guys. Remember, they pay me $35 an hour for this stuff. Otherwise. And if you want personal training, seriously, if you want individual personalized training, I do that. Go over to personaltrainingwithbrad.com. Personaltrainingwithbrad.com is my website. You can sign up. In fact, if you fan me, if you guys haven't fanned me on here, I'd really appreciate it. I'm trying to build up my fan base on here. That way, when I'm back on, hopefully again tomorrow and day after, you'll know when I'm on and you can come join me. But please fan me. If you have any questions, I'd appreciate it. Hey, whichever you guys know how to capture moments on this thing, do me a favor because I'm trying to fill up my wall a little bit. Here, I'll even give you one. Chest puller. This thing is fun. This is an old-fashioned chest puller. You know what a chest puller is? Exercise equipment. These are 3 metal springs, wooden handle, and the object is obviously to open this puppy up, thusly. And that puts a whole lot of isometric pressure on everything from the forearms all the way up through your shoulders. Hey, so you guys capture that one. Come on. Somebody must know how to do that. Old-fashioned spring puller. Here we go. Do it again. Now this I love to take when I go on traveling. Because one thing I can't put in my luggage are my 25-pound dumbbells or my 35-pound kettlebell. They just don't fit in my luggage very nicely. This, on the other hand, is awesome because I can use this everywhere I go, and I can work almost any angle. I can do single hands. I can do double-handed. And it allows me the resistance training, not to the level and depth, really, that I get with my kettlebell and my dumbbells, but it still allows me to do my resistance training when I'm on the road. Especially if I'm staying somewhere that doesn't have a weight room or a gym. For instance, if I don't do camping so much anymore. As a Marine, I did it professionally, but if I went camping, it'd be a perfect thing to bring with me. You also have the bands, the rubber bands that people use quite often, and I have a bunch of those around as well. But for me, I love this thing. I really do. Anyhow, you guys, hit me up with questions. Otherwise, we'll go back and play a little bit more lice water. And I need to finish my weights before I go do my miles today. Hey, Neil. Hey, Chris. What's happening? Summer Tag. Summer day. Ich spreche Deutsch. Guten Tag. Wie geht's? Sehr gut. I have lived in Germany for 4 years. My old man was stationed there. So beautiful, beautiful country. Awesome people. All of Europe is gorgeous. If you have not visited Europe, take the time. All of it, absolutely gorgeous. Everywhere from Bavaria, we were in Oberammergau, in the German Alps. That's where the base was we were stationed at. We drove every year over into London. My mom was from London, so we would go stay with relatives. We'd make that drive from Bavaria through France. We would cross either on the channel, either on a hovercraft, which is really cool. It's amazing to see these things. It was long before the channel, but a hovercraft or a ferry is how we went across the channel and then into London. But yeah, if you have the opportunity, visit Europe. Absolutely gorgeous. The castles in Germany, amazing. Liechtenstein, if you ever have this, you want to see opulence, go hit Liechtenstein Castle. Seriously. I mean, Neuschwanstein is beautiful too, but you really want to see beautiful, just gorgeous opulence. Liechtenstein Castle. In fact, you can just Google it, and pull up all the pictures. But the walk through it is amazing, absolutely amazing. Being very fortunate as a military brat, I grew up all over the United States at various military bases. And then being a Marine myself, I was stationed over in Japan and went on float to the Philippines and got to see a lot of people and cultures. So I've been very fortunate in my life to do a lot of traveling. In fact, I'm heading back down to Costa Rica again. Pretty soon. Love Costa Rica. La pura vida. Anyhow, you guys, hit me up with some questions. I'm available for public speaking. I'll come out to corporations. I'll talk to groups. I don't care how big you are. Public speaking is something that I've been doing pretty much my entire adult life, and something that I enjoy very much. In fact, I've got a chapter on public speaking in the book. Final question on this one, and I've put this out here before. I'm convinced. I'm a dog lover. I'm an animal lover. I've been doing small dog rescue my entire adult life. I'm convinced that there's one emotion that animals don't share that we have. Because I can tell you right now, dogs, cats, domestic animals, any mammal, get it? Mammal, that includes porpoises, dolphins, anything, a bat, mammals, anything with a limbic system, okay? And you can Google limbic system or Wikipedia limbic system. Anything with a limbic system has emotions, has feelings. All mammals have feelings. They all get scared. They can all feel happiness, sadness, depression. Domestic dogs. We took a perfectly good gray wolf 50,000 years ago who started hanging out with us at campfires, our hunter-gatherer ancestors. We took a perfectly good gray wolf and turned it into a freaking couch potato. Seriously. Come here, baby. Come here. Yeah, I know. I'll look you up. I know. I woke you up. Can you imagine this used to be a gray wolf? Seriously. Think about it. This used to be a gray wolf. Yeah, I know. You don't think so. He thinks he's a pit bull. But 50,000 years ago, we took a perfectly good gray wolf and turned it into this. We took a perfectly good animal that could fend for itself in the wild, and we turned it into a freaking couch potato. I guarantee you, Most domestic dogs could not survive one night in the wild because us humans, hang on, got a little cough there, buddy? Us humans decided to play God and start messing around with genes and selective breeding, and took a perfectly good gray wolf and turned it into everything from a Chihuahua to a Mastiff. But every dog that exists right now, every single domestic dog, all came from a perfectly good gray wolf. And I'll repeat this number because it pisses me off. 10 million. That's how many dogs and cats were euthanized in American shelters last year. Over 10 million. That's just the ones who were put to sleep. That doesn't include all the ones that are running loose on the streets. There's millions of them. And the ones that are left out in backyards, chained to trees. In fact, I just posted a very bad article on the Pushing Double Nickels Facebook page. Yeah, I got about 7,000 fans on the Pushing Double Nickels Facebook page. We do a lot with regards to animals and taking care of the planet. But I just posted one about a dog who was left outside in their doghouse and she froze to death solid with her puppies. That's evil. There is a special place in hell for people that leave dogs outside in the cold. I'm not kidding. And if you're one of them, don't tell me you're one of them, because I will not be. I will not be nice. Let's put it that way. To me, every single domestic dog is the same as a 2 to 3 year old child, a toddler. You would never, ever leave a 2 to 3 year old child outside for any length of time. Never mind chained up somewhere in a backyard, especially to freeze to death. Just not acceptable. Anyhow, sorry, I got started on that one. I'm waiting for some questions, you guys. Otherwise, I'm just going to talk about this. So you read this, say my name. Okay, Chris. Got any questions, Chris? Is that Chris? Chris 1888 Chris. Say my name, say my name. So seriously, you guys, if you have any questions, hit me up. I look every now and then to see if anybody has a question you want to hit me with. Remember, if you're a cigarette smoker, you want to quit, I'll help you do it for free. You want to lose weight? Yeah, I'll help you with that too. It'll cost you though. And if you want to just pay attention to what I'm talking about here, then that advice is pretty much free. It's one of the reasons I like to do this, is to be interactive. And I appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to me and watch. And I appreciate having the ability to share what I know. And I know if I can lose 110 pounds and quit a 31-year cigarette habit and get my back pain in some sort of order, as well as my diabetes in some sort of order, and generally get my health back on track starting in my mid-40s, if I can do it, you can do it. Anybody can do it. So that's what I'm here for. A positive life message is what I like to call it. I consider myself a life extension specialist, if you will. But I'm going to get back to weights. If nobody has any questions or comments, I'm going to finish my weights. We're going to play a little more lice water. And then I'm going to head out the door and go get some mileage done. Hey, Vamp, what's happening? Hey, Fab, what you doing? Seriously, you guys, hit me up with questions. They pay me $35 to $50 an hour for this stuff normally, and you get it for free. So if you've got any questions, you want to ask a personal trainer or health coach, business advice, how about relationship advice? I'm not bad with that either. Although haven't been real successful with mine lately, though, so I may not be as good on those questions as I should be. Yeah. Well, we all get fooled. It happens. Point is, you pick yourself back up and you move along. Right? You don't let yourself get buried in sorrow or sadness. Like I say, every day you have the choice when you get up. Is it going to be a good day? Is it going to be a bad day? Right? To me, the glass is always half full. Right? And if something bad happens, that means eventually something good has got to happen to replace it. If you get rid of a bad habit, time to replace it with a good habit. If you get rid of someone bad in your life, it's time to replace them with someone good in your life. If you have a bad job, then it's time to get a good job. The opportunity. Anytime that I look at challenges and things that go wrong or things that go bad, those are more like opportunities than anything else. It's an opportunity to get better, an opportunity to do more, an opportunity to become a better person, even an opportunity to be less unhappy if you're in a relationship where you're unhappy. And we all get there and we're comfortable in those relationships. And we give people more leeway than they should. But when we're smart, when they end, you move along. Right? Don't get caught up in it. Anyhow, we're going to play Lice Water. I'm going to finish my weights and do some mileage. Any questions, you guys? Harry Fab. How you doing, Harry Fab? Curious how you came up with that one. Harry Fab. Harry Fab. Hey, hit me up with questions, you guys. You're being real easy on me today. I like a challenge. In the meantime, we're going to play Lice Water until somebody has a question. So, Alexa, play Lice Water.
Greetings! Welcome to Lice Water, the voice-activated true or false trivia game.
You guys can play along with this.
I'm going to share 7 impossible-seeming statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's begin. Estonia has a bill that states, "In Cthulhu we trust."
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. You were right. That's a lie. Zimbabwe has a $100 trillion bill.
Lie.
You answered lie.
You guys can play along.
But you were wrong.
Really?
It's true. Russian money cannot be destroyed.
Lie.
You say lie. You were right. That's a lie. 9 out of 10 US dollars have cocaine on them.
Lie.
You say lie. But you were wrong. It's true. There's a French coin with a picture of Napoleon's penis on it.
Lie.
You answered lie. Yep, that's a lie. Over half of Brazilian currency in circulation is counterfeit.
True.
You seem to think this one's true. But you were wrong. It's a lie. Vietnamese money is called dong.
True.
You answered lie.
No, I said
but
true.
You were wrong. It's true.
Hey. Pay attention.
Okay, we've done all 7. You scored 3 points. But you still seem like a great person. Would you like to play again?
Sure.
Hi, welcome to Lice Water, the true or false trivia game from Jackbox Games. I'm going to share 7 bizarre statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's begin. There is a genus of bisexual ferns named after Lady Gaga.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. But you were wrong. It's true. Most species of dung beetles are named after Canadian prime ministers.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. You were right. That's a lie. A fly with a golden butt is named after Beyonce.
Hey, just in your mind. Repeat that.
I'm having some trouble understanding you. Answer truth or lie. A fly with a golden butt is named after Beyonce.
Lie.
You say lie. And you were wrong. It was true. There is a genus of roses named Gunzand.
Lie.
You say lie. You were right. That's a lie. An acid-vomiting beetle was named after Lindsay Lohan.
True. I'm just guessing.
Not sure I understood that. Answer truth or lie. An acid-vomiting beetle was named after Lindsay Lohan.
True.
You answered truth. And you were wrong. That one's a lie.
I liked it though anyway.
A strain of bacteria that causes insanity in lab rats was named Melis gibsonium.
I love it after Mel Gibson. Sure, let's say true.
Not sure I understood that. Answer truth or lie. A strain of bacteria that causes insanity in lab rats was named Melis gibsonium.
True.
You say truth. And you were wrong. That one's a lie.
I liked it anyway.
George Clooney discovered a sea slug that was named Oceanus elevenus.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie.
No way.
Yep, that's a lie. Okay, time to hear how you did. You scored 3 points.
Not too good.
That one kind of got away from you. Would you like to play again?
Sure. Play along, you guys.
Hi, welcome to Lie Swatter, the true or false trivia game from Jackbox Games. I'm going to share 7 statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's get started. The United Kingdom's dialing code for Russia is 007.
True. Sounds good.
Yeah, we're going to have to do that again. Answer truth or lie. The United Kingdom's dialing code for Russia is 007.
True.
You seem to think this one's true. Yes, it's true.
I love it.
The all-time top-selling ringtone on iTunes is Blondie's Call Me.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie.
Humperdinck.
You were right. That's a lie.
Engelbert Humperdinck.
The number 666-6666 sold for $2.7 million at auction.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. And you were wrong.
Whoa.
It was true.
Really? That's crazy.
Later in life, Alexander Graham Bell enjoyed making prank calls.
Lie.
You say lie. You were right. That's a lie. The FBI contact center number is unintentionally 1-800-4-BATMAN.
Lie.
You say lie. Yep, that's a lie. Cell phones were invented by Al Gore.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. You were right. That's a lie.
Hey, Milka.
The phone booth packing world record is 35 people in one booth.
Lie.
You answered lie. Yep, that's a lie.
How can you fit 35 people in a phone booth?
Okay, time to hear how you did. You scored 6 points. You should brag about it to all your friends. Would you like to play again?
Sure.
Greetings.
Nice,
Welcome to Lie Swatter,
heading out to
the
do
voice-activated true or false trivia game.
If you have any questions, hit
I'm
me
going
up
to
now.
share 7 impossible-seeming statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's get started. Saloons in the Old West rarely served alcohol.
Lie.
You say lie. Yep, that's a lie. John Wayne coined the term Wild West.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. Yep, that's a lie. The U.S. Army had a camel corps stationed in Texas during the mid-1800s.
True.
You answered truth. Yes, it's true. The gunfight at the OK Corral didn't happen at the OK Corral.
True.
You say truth. You were right. It's true. James K. Polk suggested that the land west of the Mississippi be designated a prison state.
Lie.
You answered lie. You were right. That's a lie. Billy the Kid robbed his first bank when he was 8.
Lie.
You answered lie. You were right. That's a lie. Ranchers' phones were connected through barbed wire fences in the American West.
True.
You answered truth. You were right. It's true.
Yep.
Brace yourself for your final score. You scored 7 points. You really cleaned up during the perfect game. Would you like to play again?
Sure, unless somebody has a question you want me to answer. Come on, you guys, challenge me.
Well, hello there. It's time to play Lie Swatter, the crazy true or false trivia game. I'm going to share 7 statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's get started. Mozart was buried in an unmarked grave.
True.
You seem to think this one's true. Yes, it's true.
Yep.
Mozart wrote his first sonata before he was potty trained.
Lie.
You say lie. Yep, that's a lie. Mozart would lick the piano keys before playing them.
Lie.
You say lie. You were right, that's a lie.
25 pounders.
Mozart is on a priority list of people to be cloned by the European Union.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. Yep, that's a lie. Mozart gave his penis the nickname the magic flute.
Lie.
You answered lie. Yep, that's a lie.
I like it though.
Mozart married a woman 40 years older than him.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. You were right, that's a lie. Mozart wrote a song called Lick Me in the Arse.
True.
You seem to think this one's true.
He was a nut.
Yes, it's true. Okay, we've done all 7. You scored 7 points. Perfect score. Would you like to play again?
Sure.
Okay, we've done all 7. You scored 7 points. Perfect score.
Hang on.
Would you like to play again?
Sure. Did I miss
Greetings. Welcome to Lie Swatter, the voice-activated true or false trivia game. I'm going to share 7 statements. After each, say truth or lie. Let's get started. Navajos considered people with innies to be the devil.
Lie.
You answered lie. You were right. That's a lie.
Silly.
Gallbladders are sometimes removed through the belly button.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. And you were wrong. It was true.
Whoa.
Al Gore has his belly button pierced.
Lie.
You answered lie. You were right. That's a lie. 60% of women claim the belly button to be the most erogenous spot on their body.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. Yep, that's a lie.
Go for a fact.
Victoria's Secret model Carolina Kirkova has no belly button.
Lie.
You say lie. And you were wrong. It was true.
Well, where did the umbilical cord go?
The Latin phrase for the navel translates to stomach vagina.
True.
You answered truth. But you were wrong. It's a lie.
I thought it was cute.
A normal person produces 14.2 pounds of belly button lint per year.
Lie.
You answered lie. You were right. That's a lie. Okay, we've done all 7. You scored 4 points. Good enough if you ask me. Would you like to play again?
Sure. Unless somebody has a question. Hit me up, you guys. I think this category still asks questions last time I checked. What do you think,
Hello.
Micah?
It's time to play Lie Swatter,
Humperdinck, somebody
the
hit me with a question.
unbelievable true or false trivia game.
I love trivia.
I'm going to
I
share
gotta
7
answer questions.
bizarre statements.
I'm getting
After
ready to
each,
finish
say
up here, you
truth
guys.
or lie. Let's begin. Green tea leaves are orange.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. You were right. That's a lie. The world's most expensive tea is made using panda droppings.
True.
You say truth. Yes, it's true. A giant teapot is worshipped by a cult in Malaysia.
True.
You say truth. You were right. It's true. There's a tea boutique in London called Grandma's Teabagging.
Lie.
You answered lie. Yep, that's a lie.
Hey guys, if you know how to capture a moment,
Cold
do me a
chamomile
favor.
tea can
Try to
cause
get it on my
hallucinations.
wall. I'll make faces if you want. Repeat that.
Sorry, I'm not sure what you said. Answer truth or lie. Cold chamomile tea can cause hallucinations.
Lie.
You seem to think this one's a lie. Yep, that's a lie.
If you guys haven't fanned me yet,
Larry David wrote fun facts for Snapple Tea.
lie.
You say lie. Yep, that's a lie. Brad Pitt owns a tea farm in Bangladesh.
Lie.
You say lie. You were right. That's a lie. All right, final score time. You scored 7 points. You really cleaned up during the perfect game. Would you like to play again?
No.
Thank you for playing Lie Swatter. Be sure to check out our other games at jackboxgames.com. Goodbye.
Goodbye. All right, you guys. I have finished the weights I'm going to do right now, and I'm going to get ready to go out and do my mileage. Like I say, I do 4 miles 6 days a week, so I'm putting in about 24, 25 miles for my cardio. Got to keep the old ticker going, you know. And of course, you wouldn't hire me as your personal trainer or health coach if I certainly didn't look the part. If I still looked like this, you wouldn't have much confidence in me if I said I could help you lose weight or get in shape. If I looked the way I did when I was 50 pounds heavier than this, yeah, you would have definitely laughed me off the screen. But I appreciate you guys taking the time today to listen in, to watch in. I've been able to answer a few questions today, although I'd like to have more. I really like it when I have someone who's got a health issue that they're facing, whatever, anything that I can offer my advice for, because like I say, I normally get paid, you know, as a certified health coach and a certified personal trainer. So if I can offer this stuff to you guys for free, it's part of my give back. And again, a reminder, anybody that is still smoking cigarettes and you want to get rid of those cigarettes, I'm doing that for free. That's my give back. So if you're ready to get that monkey off your back, I will help you. Email me at pushingdoublenickels@yahoo.com. Again, that's pushingdoublenickels@yahoo.com. Same as the book, title of the book. It's on Amazon. You can get the hardback, softback. In fact, if you email me at pushingdoublenickels@yahoo.com, just send me a note if you want the ebook, the digital book. I'll send it to you for free. You know, so you can get it on Amazon and Barnes & Noble if you want to actually buy a hard copy. For me, there's nothing like, you know, I mean, ebooks are okay, but there's nothing like the physical feel of holding a book in your hands. You know, these readers and the Nooks and the Kindles, yeah, they're okay. But for me, give me a book any day. Anyhow, I'm going to get you guys moving. I'm going to get moving. I'm going to pop down here one last time. See if anybody has any questions I can answer before I get rolling for the day. Guys have been real easy on me today, real easy, but I do appreciate you taking the time. And remember, again, every day is an opportunity to make things better. Better for yourself, better for the people in your life, better for the planet, better for your community. First and foremost, you want to get your health in order. Without your health, you know, as you all know, without your health, you don't have anything. And as a health coach, to me, getting you balanced is more important than anything else. Balanced physically, balanced mentally, balanced spiritually, balanced emotionally, and balanced intellectually. For me, the entire psyche is what's important, all of you, not just part of you. The important parts immediately are the parts that may threaten your health. So if you're overweight or obese, still smoking cigarettes, if you're sedentary, you're sitting around all the time, you're not doing any exercise at all of these things that you can address. And remember, The leading cause of death in America right now is what it's been for some time: coronary arterial disease, CAD. So, and the easiest way to get CAD is eating too much of the things that you shouldn't eat and not getting any exercise. So those two things that are the easiest to overcome really are things that you can make a difference in on a daily basis. Anyhow, I should be back on here again tomorrow, and hopefully talk to you guys again about health and balanced living and leading a optimistic, positive life, because we all have that choice. You have that choice every single day when you get up. Is it going to be a good day? Is it going to be a bad day? Am I going to let the challenges that I face overcome me, or am I going to overcome the obstacles that get in my way? For me, either I'm going to go through it, under it, around it, over it, or blow it up and get it out of my way kind of guy. So if I can be of help, personaltrainingwithbrad.com, personaltrainingwithbrad.com. If you put a note on there, I fanned you on YouNow, you get an hour for free. So that's $35 just for fanning me. If you haven't fanned me yet, I'd appreciate it. And if any of you guys have captured any moments today, I really appreciate it. I'm trying to get that wall with a few things on it so it doesn't look so darn bare. In the meantime, you guys have a really good day. Remember, if you sit on the job for a living, please get up every 30 minutes and stretch. Your lower back is really going to appreciate you for it, I promise. And long term, you won't wind up with the lower back issues that nailed me in the long run. So you guys have a really good day. Get up and move. Try not to sit around too much. And I will see you soon, hopefully tomorrow. Thanks again, you guys. Hey, fan me if you haven't fanned me yet. One more chance. Any questions? All right. Well, I got miles to do, guys. Nothing is going to stop me from getting out and doing my cardio. Love it to death. Put on my headphones and sing my butt off. So I will see you guys same place, same time tomorrow. Have a good day in the meantime. Thanks. Appreciate you watching, really.